Not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
My genetics, it didn't. I have this disease, if you will, with my fingernails. Like, you see, my fingernails are they're very short. I mean, they're as short as they can be, right? You're looking at some weird ones.
No, I was just I think I have the tiniest nails because how they are. Like, I bite them, but like if they grew from there, it would be what's the
cuticle, right?
Is the cuticle down at the base or the top?
The cuticle is the whole thingy. No, maybe you're right. Like,
but you know how like if you grew yours a little bit longer, probably from where they are, they'd start to get probably like a different coat at the top, like a different color.
Yeah.
But mine would be from here, and it looks weird because I've a couple times I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna bite them,
right?
And then I go like 6 weeks,
strange.
I'm like, it just looks weird to me. I just have tiny nails.
Tiny
nails.
Okay, weirdo. Party of one.
I know with wait, real quick, let me pause for a second. I totally forgot. That reminded me. Hey, Chris. Sorry, buddy. I was thinking about you. I watched it.
I'm sure you were.
I did. I watched it.
McGruber?
Just a quick aside. Give me 60 seconds with Chris here because no one else is going to care about any of this. Why'd they pull Holland? Just he was tired?
No, they were just sitting back. So the idea of going with a false nine was
might have used him. Could have used him
for penalties. Yeah.
Okay.
Soccer guy.
Yeah. Man City crashed out yesterday of the Champions League. That
relegated?
No, relegated to not being in the Champions League for the rest of the year. That was just such, when you watch championship level soccer like I do a ton, and then you switch to something like that, it's like, oh my God. And Manchester City is like, watching them play is like watching it's like watching surgery. It's like pass. Oh my God, he kicked it across the field, but it was a perfect pass, pass. And they're just looking for openings. That was the weirdest game, dude, because I'm watching it, and it's like Man City controls the ball. Pass, shot, pass, corner, pass. And I think it took to like the second round of extra time before the other team even got their first corner kick. I think that's right. But then like the other team, when they get the ball, it was like watching warp speed.
Yeah.
And they were crazy countering. But like I thought Man City, at least ball-wise, dominated the whole thing. And then they went into penalty kicks.
Goal.
Started out great. Man City made theirs and then saved the first one. But then didn't work out. Did you have thoughts?
I did.
Yeah.
But they weren't good thoughts.
I
No,
want to share them.
they weren't good out loud thoughts.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
Some people heard my inside thoughts.
There's your thoughts.
I heard turkey sauce.
Yeah, were you screaming turkey sausage at Man City?
I was not screaming turkey sausage.
No, you weren't. Well, I was just thinking about you yesterday.
Thank you. I just was getting over that this morning.
Well. Hey, I mean,
Thanks for just like scratching at the scar.
I know this won't help. Again, this is the I lost an arm, I lost 2 legs thing. But you could be me waking up Saturday watching 2 championship clubs go at it, knowing you pretty much of the 3 remaining games with 9 points possible, you need 6. Or you have to go to a whole different league next year and play them for a year, and hopefully you get to come back up to where you are right now. Yeah, at least, I mean, it's champagne problems, right? You got to think that way. This is a great comparison to Kings fans.
I mean, as long as we're giving positives to negatives,
yes.
If they do go down, there's a good chance that they'll be on the Wrexham show on FX next season.
Yes, very good chance, because Wrexham is in they're 2 leagues below Huddersfield Town, and Wrexham would move up and Huddersfield Town would move down, and then yes, we'll get a picture with Ryan Reynolds. That would be I would gladly avoid that. Anyway, I mean, Man City was like fairly irrelevant for most of my life growing up. They were like that other Manchester team, and now they basically win everything.
Now they're man.
When I found about them, I said, "There's another team in Manchester." Huh?
Right. And if I'm correct, I believe you have a tattoo on your wrist of the time that they scored their goal that allowed them to win the Premier League title, correct?
Yes. Okay. I also have one on my chest.
Yes. So that's how hardcore that is.
I was also on the news that day.
And now we're at a point where you're coming off what they call a treble, where you win the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Premier League. And you just crashed out of the quarterfinals, I believe, of the Champions League. You just got handed a big wrapped gift of the Premier League title race, probably, with the 2 other teams that were right there with them, both losing at home. And you're very upset about yesterday's match, which is okay. It's your right to do that, but also it is kind of an interesting perspective.
Here's the thing, because then this is definitely the younger generation that you see on social media, is that it's Warriors fans yesterday, like, blow it all up.
Yes.
What are they doing? Yes. And it's just like, guys, what are you talking about?
That's exactly right. All right.
See, I feel like I have things in perspective. I'm bummed out, but it's just not like, oh my God, why did we deserve this? Blah, 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 blah. Like,
yes. Well, that's because you're not English.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a big difference. All right. Where were we, Jason? We were talking about fingernails. And you were saying the cuticle thing, Ian.
Yeah.
I have this. I left out. I think I left it. I have a weird disease.
Okay.
Gross.
You wouldn't think this, but I'm a very hygienic person especially when it comes to my hands and my fingernails. Why am I rocking back and forth like Scott Marsh? That's weird. I just noticed that. It's kind of relaxing. If my fingernails grow like, I don't even know what the measurement would be. I think it's even less than a millimeter off of where you clip them down. Dude, it's like Pigpen. It's like they magnet dirt from everywhere. And there is nothing, I think, more disgusting than having fingernails that are that like greenish tint with dirt in them.
Yeah.
Freaks me out. So I always carry clippers with me just in case.
You do. And you clip over there sometimes.
I do. And I clip, and by the way, I'm very careful with the nails.
You're clip conscious.
I'm very
This has been going on for a long time.
I've done it.
I've remembered this.
Yes, I used to do this on the night show.
It's a little weird when you do your toes, but I've become comfortable.
You ever clip all your toenails and put them in a pile and then just chew on them for a while? Is that weird? Just kidding.
Yesterday.
Gross. Gross.
So,
gross.
So I don't know. I don't know what the solution to that is, but I think I see some people that they have their nails grown out to where like the white part of the nail, whatever that's called. We don't know the anatomy.
Yes.
And it's like they look great. They're like it's like the clear part of the nail and then it's white.
Right. That's what I was saying before. That whatever that's called is where mine would grow from here. So I think that would look weird.
That might be. You should try it.
Okay.
This summer. You should take a look and see what it looks like.
Because your nails already your fingernails are already to the end of your fingers.
Yes,
right now.
yours are like, I don't know
way shorter. They're little.
They're
little baby nails.
Then so you don't clip them, you bite them?
Pretty much. Sometimes I clip them, but probably more. But if I grew from here, it would be the white part already, and that would be weird.
Yeah. I don't. How do you get the clipper all the way down? Yeah. Wow. I mean,
baby nails.
Little tiny baby nails.
Set the screen, please.
When Lenny Dykstra had a kid, that's what they called him.
Baby
nails.
nails. Nice pull.
That's a good pull. Anyways, I don't know if that's a thing or not. I guess,
Okay.
but
We'll figure it out.
I think fingernail hygiene. I love that we talk about everything on this dumb show. I think fingernail hygiene is one of the more important hygiene things.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, you don't want to see somebody now. Look, there's people that have jobs and stuff. It's like you're gonna have dirty fingernails no matter. Like I went and got my tire changed at a local tire changery the other day.
That's what they're called.
Yeah. And you guys would recognize this play, and they always wear like these. Their uniform is like this white button-up shirt, with little red lettering, and like the guy who was working the register, I think they rotate. Like you go, no pun intended. You go out and you're the tire changer the one day, and then the next day hey, I'm on cashier day. I get to relax, and I'm looking at the guy who's perfectly, you can tell, showered, nice, upkept, nice white shirt, everything's great. But then when he went to like go do the cashier stuff, like his hands were just black, smeared, oily, and this was a very clean person, you could tell, but that's permanent, man. I mean, not permanent, but like I think he would have to lose that layer of skin through time to get rid of it.
The kind of thing where if he's like, here, take a complimentary donut, and he handed it to you with his hands.
Yes, I'm good. I don't need a donut
donuts,
with lube,
but,
or whatever. WD donut. From the 209, do you guys ever talk sports? No.
What are sports?
I don't. I know we're going to talk about Javelin later. Oh. I am huge. Team Javelin.
I thought it was Javelin.
When you're tired of sports.
Javelin?
Javelin.
Javelina.
How much better would Javelin be if it was team? Like 5-on-5, but instead of
catch?
Like instead of how far you could throw it, everyone, it's like Dodge Javelin.
Isn't that a car? Dodge Javelin.
You pretty much, I guess maybe they did that in Gladiator days.
Probably.
But I think those were spears. And I think people died. Hey, is that where the javelin came from? The spear? That's right? That makes sense.
Has to be.
That would be a tough way to go, like a long distance javelin. I mean, close up, at least there's probably some warning, but like you're not paying attention.
100%. Back in Greece.
Yeah.
Where you
rifle arm Ricky could just.
Josh Allen, Kalakis or whatever. He's a Greek one.
Throwing the javelin was incorporated into the Olympic Games in 708 BC as part of the pentathlon.
I covered that.
So you had the Olympics of 708, and then to follow that, you had the Summer Olympics of 704, I assume.
Yes.
And then 700. Do you think at any point the competitors were like, why are we counting down? What is happening? I was 26, and now I'm 22.
What happens at 0?
What's going on? What are we coming towards?
Yeah.
Well, if you're 24 and 708, at some point you're negative 15.
And did they even know what time it is anyway? Does anybody really know?
Did they call it the year 6 in 6? And if somebody said, what year is it? It's 6. Well, how old are you? I'm 22.
I have a feeling they didn't count down. They counted up.
You think it was just
bringing in the new year?
We're forgetting everything before.
7, 8. Wait, where do we end?
That's like the old, I forget whose bit it was, but I want to give him credit. Where he's like, if you look at the battles of religions through the years, there's one argument for the Christians. What year is it? What happened 2024 years ago? Anything?
Yeah.
Anything happened? We are all as a group counting forward from what? Well, what about the Chinese? What about Chinese New Year? Oh. Well, next time you do your taxes and it has the year, put monkey and see what the IRS does. Who did? Oh,
just missed that opportunity.
I just remembered who did it.
Oh, we don't want to. Different time. Would they like to count back?
They would.
Yeah,
they'd like to count back and
initials.
That would be the yes.
Okay,
got it.
Yes. I think we all have it.
I think we all have it. We'll take a break. You guys ever talk sports? No. When we come back, we'll lead it off. Kings, Pelicans tomorrow night.
Fingernails.
Javelin. Counting backwards.
And turkey
sausage. And a big shoe deal for Caitlan Clack coming up. We have an estimate as to what that'll be. Plus, also, we can get in this conversation. There's nothing people want to hear more than two older white men talk about gender inequality and possible racial issues when it comes to marketing and all that. So I think we should dive into that.
Older? I count backwards.
I was talking about me. We're coming back, leading off this next.
Did you miss any part of our live shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, the Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Truck Month?
We are very excited to be celebrating 75 years in business. And what better way to celebrate than helping you get the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you've been looking for less. Right now, you can save up to $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cabs. And with California's biggest selection of new Ram trucks, you're sure to find the truck you need.
75 years. That's incredible, dude.
It all started with my grandpa and great-grandpa's dream. And it's grown over the years to where we've had a chance to serve tens of thousands of customers and show them there's something special about Hoblet you just can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships.
Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
8,000 total net savings after 4,000 factory rebates and 4,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 1,500 commercial bonus cash and 500 first responder bonus cash. Must be current member of eligible First Responder Association. 5 with this discount. See dealer for details.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Well, this was a game that was critical for both teams coming into this one. And it was the Pelicans who came in and continued to do what they've done all season long against the Sacramento Kings. They spank them. 135-123, 12-point separation. That's your final score. And the Pelicans get their 48th win. The Kings are now 45-35 with 2 games to go, including the Phoenix Suns in this building tomorrow night.
I remember how that went, too.
You can't win 6 in a row over an NBA team.
Never happened before.
It's never happened, ever. One team lost. You've never. No one's ever swept somebody 6 straight in a series,
except for that time.
One time. Yeah. Hey. Here's something. Kings Pelicans. That's what 6:30.
6:30 Pacific.
Friday. Jason, you wanna meet up for a gumbo after the game?
Yeah, you want to go?
This just happened to happen. You and I will both be there.
Correct.
We'll both. You're actually going. You're this is getaway day for you.
I'm leaving now.
You're
getting
on the
away.
way. Yes, you are.
I'm not here.
Are you already packed?
Yes. I need to be.
So you're flying out today. You'll be doing the show live on location.
Correct.
From New Orleans tomorrow. And then after tomorrow's show, I will join you out there, and we will hopefully watch.
You have a fast car.
I am driving very fast. Actually, here's a fun story that we'll just get through here real quick. I like to title this story, Dave's Just Stupid. So last night, chapter 47. So last night after you and I hang up, actually I'll do this in third person. Dave calls our boss to inform him that Dave,
this boss, that boss,
our media boss.
Okay.
Jose.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dave calls our boss, our program director, and to inform him that he'll be at the New Orleans game, at the Kings game on Friday, and that there's a slight chance that he might have to leave a few minutes early on Friday in order to make the flight.
Right.
Maybe not. I'll find out today.
Yeah.
Might have to leave 15, half hour, whatever. And if he had an issue at all, I was going to call Styles and Watkins and say, hey, if this happened, any chance you guys could come in early? And because I said Jason will be in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And he paused and he goes, well, I don't have any issue with that, but you said Jason's doing the show Friday, right? And I go, yeah, he's doing the show. He goes, why would you need to call Styles and Watkins if Jason and Chris are doing the show? Wouldn't they just do the show and you could leave early? And I paused and I thought about it. I went, I don't know why I did not think that. I don't know why I called you to ask you this. Yes, they will both be here, and I don't need to call Styles and Watkins. So I apologize and hung up the phone. There was literally no reason for me to call it. It did not occur to me at all that since you were doing the show, it would just be fine for you to finish the last part of the show if necessary. Right. I thought up this whole plan. That's why I will not be the captain of our Javelin team.
Just a participant.
Just a participant. I'll be a grunt. Kings Pelicans tomorrow. 6:30.
Let's go.
Let's go. And we will have Jason, you'll be actually working and broadcasting and doing stuff. And look, win or lose, whatever, we'll talk about that later. But as far as I know, and I will take a quick look at this, yesterday the line opened at the Kings favored in. Did I hear this right?
And that was pre-official Zion news.
Pre-official. And again, that's why we look at the lines, because here we go. As of this morning, Sacramento is favored by 1.5. It has not moved.
Okay.
So that is why we look at these lines. Is often somebody knew Zion was going to be out, or at least guessed it, and that's why there's been no movement since the announcement, which was towards the end of our program yesterday. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Brandon Ingram, if there's something wrong with him. Did I hear right? Have the Kings been favored in every game against New Orleans this year? Somebody told me they were favored in all 5.
I did not know that, if that's the case.
I did not know that either, which means they would have had to have been favored in 3 of the road games, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, there's some weird quirks going on. Obviously, the Kings, the one time they played the Pelicans this year without Zion, lost by 33. Pelicans right now, Dave, I don't know if we feel good about this or bad about this. They've lost 6 in a row at home.
So you've got the Kings that have lost 5 in a row to the Pelicans. You got the Pelicans that have lost 6 in a row at home. One of those things is going to stop on Friday.
Yeah.
Personally.
Do you have a one you'd like to see
I
happen?
have a preference.
Oh, that's weird.
And coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you which preference I have. Cut number 2. Wait, what?
Cut number 2.
Fires a 3. Won't go. Rebound Highsmith. Fakes. Brings it back out. Hero fakes. His 3-pointer. It's up. It's good. 1-point game with 0.3 of a second remaining. Ball knocked loose. And that'll do it. The Heat arguing that there should be time on the clock. The Heat players talking. Tony Brothers says no, the game is over and the Sixers survive.
Let's come back.
It was a great, it was, because it sure looked like this is going to be another Miami Heaty thing.
Yeah, and it could be a Philly-Boston opening round. Could have been. Maybe.
That was a Knicks-Sixers opening. I like that.
Yeah?
I like that.
And if we get Boston-Miami, I mean, I guess Chicago could win. And
that's just it's just a fun little thingy-dingy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Knicks, Sixers, Eastern Conference, 1994. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know? Also, not great news for the Heat. Not only do they lose, and they will now host the Bulls in the early game of Friday. That will be at 4 p.m. But it looks like Jimmy Butler will be out multiple weeks, which probably means Jimmy Butler will be out multiple months, because tough to imagine them winning without him. Although, unless they're visiting Sacramento earlier in the season.
Exactly.
He played the last 3 quarters of the game last night after suffering in the first what is now feared to be a significant MCL injury. So, barring something incredibly miraculous, Jimmy Butler's season is over in Miami. More on that later. Quick cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlan Clack, University of Iowa.
They did it.
They did it.
Wasn't sure.
I was a little shocked.
Yeah.
So there's this thing going on now, which actually is kind of a good thing, because now that the WNBA and women's basketball is getting mainstream. Of course, it's not always going to be great conversations. There's going to be some of the same issues and problems and backbiting and all that stuff that happens in the mainstream men's sports. Now it's spreading, and now you're seeing people, well, why is Caitlan Clack on SNL? Why is Caitlan Clack getting a giant shoe deal, which I think the numbers will be announced? Like, why is this going on? But like, why wasn't the South Carolina team on SNL? And why isn't Asia Wilson, who's the 2-time MVP finalist, why isn't she, these are all very legitimate questions, incredibly legitimate questions. And I think that there's nothing better than to just jump into a very highly charged topic and offer opinions on sports radio. So I think we'll do that around 7:43 and just have a, conversation, because I do think there are some things out there that we need to include in that conversation. And I think it's a lot deeper, Jason, than she gets more ratings and is more visible, so none of the other stuff matters. And that's why I think that's a huge part of it. But I see a lot of people saying, well, she's more marketable. Maybe, but also what's being done in that market for, there's a lot, it's a good conversation to have. We'll do that when we come back, though. The Kings will face the Pelicans. Zion is out. Let's get into it, and we'll get into it next.
De'Aaron Fox plays here.
Stolen by Fox. Breakaway coming up for De'Aaron. And a simple, casual spike with the left hand. The Kings lead by 3.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Don't pay retail for your diamond engagement ring or gift. Come to cleanorigin.com. Founded by a leading family in the diamond industry for more than a century, we're experts in lab-grown diamonds because that's all we do. Clean Origin, the only diamond jewelers who give you a 100-day, no questions asked return on your purchase. Head to cleanorigin.com or one of our retail stores and mention code Radio10 for 10% off your purchase. That's cleanorigin.com, code Radio10.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Febreze. So my home is also my office. And before I can focus, every room's gotta be clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze Air Mist. Whew. Ooh, that's fresh. Febreze Air Mist scents are all high quality. They fight any weird funk, and they give my air an instant boost of freshness. So not only does my home smell good, I feel good too. After I Febreze, it's time to start my day.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopier.com.
It's time to trade in and trade up at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com. It's all a click away.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's L1 report.
You've been waiting all winter for the snow to melt and the golf course to awaken. It's time for your long-awaited spring golf getaway to Plumas Pines Golf Resort in beautiful Gray Eagle, California. The golf course opens April 19th, so the timing is perfect to take advantage of Plumas Pines Spring Special. You can walk the course for $75 or ride for $90, available 7 days a week through May 23rd. Beneath towering pines adjacent to the Feather River, Plumas Pines Golf Resort offers a spectacular round of mountain golf. You'll love the grandeur of the Sierra, the calmness of Gray Eagle, and the wonderful test of golf at Plumas Pines with spring special rates of $75 to walk and $90 to ride 7 days a week until May 23rd. Make your reservation at PlumasPinesGolf.com. Whether you visit for the day or stay a few days, Plumas Pines Golf Resort will make your play memorable. Visit PlumasPinesGolf.com and make your tee time reservations for the spring special rates available 7 days a week. That's PlumasPinesGolf.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Well, if Jimmy Butler played 3 quarters, why can't Malik Monk play on Friday? Well, because...
Is he?
Oh, don't start that. Although...
This just in.
Look.
Did you see him leap off the bench on all those threes that Keegan was making? He looked like he could go, Dave.
Let me tell you something, man. This is why it ticks me off when somebody's like, that's a jinx. I'm like, you have no idea how much in the world of jinx I live. I live in the world of jinx so much that I believe that you can think a jinx without saying it. So here's what happened to me at one point yesterday afternoon. And this is just for example purposes. I'm not putting it out there. I found myself by myself playing Royal Match on my phone, passing some time. And right when I passed one of the Royal Match levels, I went, I don't know why this triggered me, but I was like, hey, I wonder if we did beat the Pelicans Friday, what are the chances of Malik being back? Like, is it even in the realm of possibility that he would play, whether the entire Thunder series or he could be back by game 4? Like, how close are we? And then I'm in the middle of like thinking about it, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, I should make a call. And then this is all a conversation in my head. I admonished myself for having these thoughts and shut up and stop thinking about it because you're going to jinx something. And then they're going to lose for us. So stop with that conversation. So I don't know what to do with that, because on one hand, we should do our jobs and find out. On the other hand, I guess I would like to trust that our local media, the people that are there every day asking questions, they'll ask it. And then if we lose, we can blame them for jinxing it.
Yeah. Well, just some of the facts behind it too, right? I mean, generally, Mike Brown likes to see a player at practice first.
Yeah.
which has not happened yet.
Well, Mike Brown's got to relax. It's the playoffs.
And number 2, the initial evaluation, let's remember, as a press release, doesn't mean it can't change, was 4 to 6 weeks reevaluation.
I don't like that.
Tomorrow marks 3 weeks. So,
gross.
Yeah.
I don't like that about. I say we move it to 3 to 4 weeks.
But you know what? I would like to see him play as a King again. So I would suggest that they win tomorrow.
Oh.
And then I think there's a chance.
Oh, my goodness. So you just called your shot that he is not coming back.
No, I just said I'd like to see, just so I know for sure.
I would too. I would like to see Malik Monk play as a King again and cap off the year by winning a title. And then let's see.
And the 6-man. No, and get slided for 6-man just so he can be mad.
Yeah, because and we're going to have Sam Amick on later today. And I think we should, he votes and everything. Yeah. We'll run through his awards.
Yes. We'll make him be very vulnerable.
Yeah, very, very. Yeah, if he goes, now we asked him a couple weeks ago. He said he's not falling for the Nas Reed banana the tailpipe situation. So I hope he's not. But I got to tell you, Nas Reed's now the favorite to win 6-man, and it feels like he's going to. It feels like based on some early returns that have been leaked out, he's going to, and that's stupid.
Ask me if I voted for him.
Did you vote for Nas Reed?
Nas.
I legitimately was like, as I was asking you, I didn't know you had a vote.
Do I?
Nas. Guy started in his last 12 games.
Exactly.
I don't have anything against Nas Reed.
I know. I wanted him to be a King.
Same. But come on, man.
Not your time.
Not your time, Nas. Nas.
Nas.
That's multiple people saying nah.
Yeah.
Oh, there were a lot of Nas over there. Yeah. Yays and Nas. Zion Williamson's officially out. So no Zion. Great news. Wait. The Pelicans beat the Kings at Golden One Center by, I think, 84 points with Zion out.
The final total was 33, but I think they were down 50.
Yeah. Well,
gross.
Yeah, if that happens.
Try to do it again, Pelicans.
Or don't.
Oh, okay.
Or just.
Yeah, do you really want to win?
No.
I
don't think they should. I don't think
they could tank.
You already
tank for Wembanyama.
You already had 5 wins.
Yes. Thank you, Chris.
You already had your 5 wins.
Right. That's enough.
That is enough.
Some would say it's more than enough.
Yeah.
There's a very famous restaurant in New Orleans called Commander's Palace.
Mm-hmm.
They sell 25-cent martinis. At the bottom of the menu, it says limit 3. Why? Because 3's enough.
Yeah.
They got 5.
Right. And we don't need to get to 8 is enough.
No,
Just
we
5.
don't. Which 8 is enough?
Sacramento based. There you go. We figured it out.
Heard a leak, by the way, too, for the Jersey people that I don't mean New Jersey, but what the Kings wear. They will be wearing the white ones again, and it will be red Pelican jerseys and what are they? The white statement jerseys, or what the hell they call them?
Are they going to make a statement?
I will tell you, they will. What?
Are any of our Kings? I'm looking at our.
No.
Show off the jersey. No. Anybody?
We got black, blue, black and purple.
So like that jersey, the Fox one over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The can you even see that? No. Hold on.
Okay. This one, the one that Dave's taking. Oh boy. Will you successfully get it back on the wall? Is the question.
No.
Okay.
All right. So here is.
By the way, how long is the dog bed going to be here?
Oh, I need to take the dog. I left the dog bed home, or I left the dog bed here. I need to take it home. Okay. So this is the jersey they're going to wear.
Does it feel like a winner? Don't tickle. Darren's ticklish.
It does.
Okay, good.
At least from feeling the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little low.
Yeah, a little handsy.
So yes, this is the jersey they'll be wearing. Does this look like a winning jersey in New Orleans? I hope it does.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I hope they don't lose. Gross.
And they're going the red, that whatever reddish color they have. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Now we know. Now we know what colors to wear. So when you're packing for your trip, Dave, you know to wear your statement with the. Oh my gosh, there's no chance you successfully get this jersey back on the wall. Do you? Yeah. No. Yeah, there's no chance. Chris, how long do you think this will take? Till the 8 a.m.
At least a couple of breaks.
Sam's coming on at 8, Dave. Just so you know. That is terrible.
Oh, my God.
Crooked. Oh, yeah.
Got it.
No, you don't.
Great bet.
Yeah. I already regret. Would you have been better off opening the case and taking the jersey out? Or
Yes. I got it now.
You got it? Who does the handiwork around the house?
Not me.
Avery? Oh, my goodness. No, you don't. That is terrible. Wow. That's a jinx.
No?
No. Yep. That's how I thought it would go. Okay. Well, is that like, do we have to get that? We have to get that back up properly, don't we? Or does it matter?
Jinx Commander.
This is a question for you. I have no idea the answer.
That's a great question because I just took the Fox jersey off the wall in the studio that they will be wearing in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Now, on one hand, you could argue that might be a good thing.
I don't know the rules.
We're displaying, we're putting it in a place of honor.
Yeah.
On the other hand, oh my God, did we just jinx them?
Well, I don't think you did. I just think we still have time to fix it.
Yeah, we do.
Does it need to stay down or does it go up back up?
That's the question. I mean, if it does stay down, we should put it somewhere cool. Like, this is the jersey of the night. Also, where is engineering? How are they not here to put
They're
it
not
back
here
up?
now.
Right. We can't even get them to change the input on one of our TVs.
Engineering, why aren't you here at 6:40?
Come on, engineering. Quit playing solitaire. We'll take a break when we come back. One more question. We got a lot more on the Kings Pelicans, including if a team gets, I even wrote it down this way. If a team gets dog walked 5 straight, how do you win the 6th? Because were they dog walked or boat raced?
Bat flap.
Bat flapped.
All the above.
That's right.
They were
Bat
turkey
flap.
sausage.
They were turkey sausage. How do we throw the sausage back? What? Safer out coming up next. Back to baseball, including break up those A's. Don't.
Wait, that is happening.
Actually, stop. Do not break up the A's. And more coming up next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the network made for streaming. Well, as the A's continue this final season in Oakland, I think it's important to remember that the Coliseum has been home to some of the greatest names in the game. August 17th, before the A's play the Giants, the A's will honor Jose Canseco, Terry Steinbach, Miguel Tejada, Bill King, Dick Williams, and Eddie Juice from the Philly days as the latest members of the A's Hall of Fame.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy, with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate, the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort. See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one in your neck of the woods. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Safe or out time. Again, still coming up later in the show. We will hear from Kelly Brothers, Sports Business.
Good at business.
Yeah, he's coming up in about 45 minutes. Sam Amick at 8 o'clock from The Athletic. Lots to discuss with Sam. Sam was at the Kings-Warriors game the other day, but the Jimmy Butler news, Zion Williamson news, the play-in, playoffs, all of that coming up with Sam at 8 o'clock. But it is that time, each and every day right now. Yeah, did it. I say we. Chris did it, basically.
Oh, and we should have told me. I was downstairs looking for engineers.
Oh, okay. How'd that go?
They're not here yet.
Okay.
Safe or out? Question 1.
Safe or out? The A's have won 6 of 10 and are 2.5 games ahead of the Astros.
Hey, just found out. Departure tomorrow at 10:15.
Uh-huh.
I got to miss Friday Fun and Games. And you're already doing it. It's going to be a New Orleans version. I guess I could call it.
We're taste testing.
Would I have believed it possible?
Would you have believed that possible in spring training?
Yeah. I certainly wouldn't have believed it likely. Like if you'd have said to me,
2.5 games ahead of the 7-time American League Championship Series team, Houston Astros.
Like, will the A's at any point be ahead of the Astros? I think if a safer out question in spring training would be, the Astros have won 7 straight, whatever thingy-dingies. Will the A's at any point after, let's say, game 2,
right,
be ahead of the Astros? And I would have said, I think I would have said out. That's out. Are you kidding me? Look, nobody's talking about the A's being World Series contenders here, but they've won 6 of 10. They beat the Cardinals 6-3 yesterday. Paul Blackburn is just 2-0 with a .08 ERA so far this season. And lo and behold, I want to say, let me bring it up. I think they're 2.5. Is that right? They're 2 back of the Texas Rangers. And their record, my birthday, 8/11.
Hey, how about that?
Hey, how about that? They've won 6 of 10. I love the story.
Yes.
Give me an out, and I'll eat the crow for that. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone on that. A lot of people thought this was going to be an awful year for the A's, and it still could end up being that. But look, the longer you start to play well and believe in yourself, and this is good. I love the fact that they're doing this, and I hope they continue. That would be a really, really good story.
Safer out, number 2.
Safer out. The Giants come home having split 6 in Florida. Safer out. The road trip was successful.
I think so. And look, the Marlins aren't great. But the Tampa Bay Rays are.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just.
And the Marlins did make the playoffs last year. They're not great this year, but they made it last year.
You're right. You're 100% correct. I think a road trip split is just fine, especially considering they're 5-8 on the road. Small sample size. But kind of interesting. The Giants have 13 road games. They have just 6 home games right now. That's a pretty big disparity, especially when you consider they started out, I think, 2 series. One of the Padres and Dodgers on the road. So the Giants, 8-11, same as the A's. I will say safe. That was a successful, not overwhelming, but a successful road trip.
Yeah, safe as well. Come home and then start getting some wins. Get this going. Get it going in the right direction. Get that pitching going. Get them. I mean, they just haven't really. I don't feel like they've played well yet, which is, and they're not buried by any means as far as the overall big picture in the National League. But safe. 3-3 is just fine.
Yeah, check on this. I got a couple of them out there, but I might. I got 100 bones with the Olden Polonies that the Giants. I'm saying the Giants will miss the wild card.
That's right.
Yeah, so they're 3 back. Got to check on that.
I wonder what you'll secretly be rooting for come August and September.
I'm out on the Giants anyways, but I don't care.
Yeah, only 140 games left. You really got to keep an eye on it.
I've seen enough. Yes, you're right.
You've seen enough.
I've seen enough. They're missing the wild card. You don't want to owe Olden Polonies money.
No.
Never know what'll happen.
Owen Polonies.
Number 3, safer out, please.
The Nationals blank the Dodgers, who are now 12-9. Safer out. LA is underperforming expectations.
Look, again, we're 21 games into the season. I think the Dodgers will be just fine. But yeah, I think 12-9 is the reverse expectation failure of the A's being 8-11. I think the A's are overachieving at a rate equal to the Dodgers underachieving. Now, in both cases, the A's will almost certainly be a last place team in their division, and the Dodgers will almost certainly win the NL West and go on to do whatever. But as much as I wouldn't have expected the A's to be 8-11 after 19, I wouldn't have expected the Dodgers to be just 12-9 after 21. So yeah, I will say safe. They are underperforming expectations.
Look, they all can't beat the New York Yankees, Dave.
Wow.
Oh, wait, this is a Dodger question.
It is.
Yeah, I would say they've, at this point, but again, this could all be a failed exercise now and go, look at the Dodgers running away with it. So I think people think they will. There's still plenty of time for them to do that. But at this point, 12-9, yeah, I would say that's safe. They've underperformed.
And it's always nice when you're the Yankees and you just go, oh, let's add Alex Verdugo.
Who's not hitting yet?
Juan Soto, Marcus Stroman.
Hitting. Yeah.
Let's just add that to the. How's your boy All Rise doing? I haven't heard much.
Not well.
No,
he's under 200. Big hit yesterday though. 9th inning, knocked in 2.
Beat the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Hey, you want to be the voice of the Yankees? You heard John Sterling retired, on the spot.
On the spot. Yeah, that worried me when I saw that.
Like I thought, oh, he's going to finish. Wait, he's done. Done.
Like as of that game was done. So it makes you wonder 2 things. Either, well, a number of things, but the main 2 I'm wondering is is it, you hope it's not something health related,
which he said it wasn't. But
okay,
it makes you still.
And then you got to wonder, maybe he had a call. He'd been thinking about it, and he went in and started the season, and maybe he had a call and he just missed a bunch of stuff or whatever. Something must have triggered in his head where he said, "I don't have it.
Yeah,
I don't have what I had."
He meant to announce that he was going to keep going, but he was accidentally already out.
It was already, exactly. That's a deep cut, dude. For 13.
That was the best thing about him retiring, is good to see all of his best ofs.
What was it? The 96 title call, I think they say was maybe one of his, if not his best.
Okay.
But I mean,
my favorite is, and it is gone. What is happening? He's on first base.
I'm actually surprised that doesn't happen more often, too, by the way. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at the other basketball. Sixers, Heat, Bulls, Hawks. And was it just me, or was the Eastern Conference play-in's dumb? It's just boring. Maybe I'm biased. We'll talk about it next.
The Sacramento Kings did it. They eliminated the Warriors and kept their season alive.
They swing it to Keegan, going for another one. And he hits it from the line drive on the right wing. That's the 8th three-pointer that Keegan Murray has made in 13 attempts. He has 32 points.
Now, they need to do it again on Friday in New Orleans. Kings and Pelicans. Friday at 6:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Spring savings continue at Folsom Lake Kia. Low payments, special offers, zero down deals on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
I'm going out with the girls this weekend. Nails done, outfit stunner, and my skin, I know it's going to be glowing because I glammed up my shower routine with new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. It smells so luxurious and moisturizes deep into my skin with its super rich, creamy lather that's bursting with vitamin B3. So my skin glows and my confidence grows. Try new Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash for glowing skin in just 14 days.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-838-6161. That's 800-838-6161. 800-838-6161.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tug Shed, new dog treatment centers, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Hey, UC Davis fans, Aggie football season tickets are available now. Whether you're coming out to see the dynamic, fast-paced offense under new head coach Tim Plow and All-American running back Land Larison, or bringing the kids out to roll down the grass hills and run on the field at halftime's more your speed, UC Davis Football Games has something for everyone. Secure your 6 Saturday games now with a season ticket package by calling the ticket office at 530-752-2471 or go online at ucdavisaggies.com/tickets. Go Ags!
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T level is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They're in Midtown in the Cal Sutter Medical Building and also offer telemedicine appointments. Plus, with free shipping directly to you, Revive takes the hassle out of treating low T and ED. Schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation today. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-365-4566. That's 916-365-4566 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
From Steve, and the show has so many inside good speed. Inside jokes, it should be illegal. Love you guys, Steve.
Turkey sausage. What's he talking about?
I don't know. Dave, what level of royal match are you on? Honestly, this could be ugly. Let me see here. It's
Can I was into this game like a long time ago, and I'm not anymore. I wonder how.
Okay, well let me.
I know that song.
Let me give
and then
you.
I just started.
Oh, you did?
Well, I started a few months ago.
I apologize. Now, let me throw a caveat. I got to the point where it got so hard.
You purchase things.
No. Well, yeah. Yeah, of course. Here's my thought process. I buy video games. You know, there's some weird thing on the internet.
Have you overspent for a regular video game?
No, but a retail video game will be like $50-$60.
You haven't spent that yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I would say this: I have played on this. When it comes to the internet, people get weird. Like they'll pay $15 or $20 for Netflix and all this stuff. They may or may not use. Just recurs all the time. But like, I'm not paying $1 for the paper. Well, okay. I mean, it's whatever. I get it. There's something about paying for things on the internet that you think should be free. It's a stigma. So I'm sitting here and it's like, I'm almost done with this level, but I need some hammers. It's
$1.99.
It's $1.99 and I get 4 hammers, 2 cannons, and 1,000 gold coins. I need this. And I'm playing it a lot. So I would say I've gotten far more. This is a bargain compared to some of the video. Oh, I don't like that level. I'm done with this video game.
So what level are you on?
Okay, so keep in mind before I tell you.
Is that 4 digits?
This is an important note. It got to the point where it got so hard. I was like, this just isn't fun anymore. I just keep having every level I have to use a power up, and then I got to buy or earn the power. This is garbage. So I went online and I went into a Royal Match message board.
Oh my gosh.
And I found out that there's a contact us where they have to, if you send them a note through there. I know, it's so pathetic. If you send them a note and you say, please delete my account, within 2 to 3 days, they will delete your account. And then you can start all over at the beginning, but with the skills you already have. You lose all your stuff, and I was pretty much done anyways. You start with a new account. And man, let me tell you, you remember when the big unkempt bush was in Edward Scissorhands? And he first showed off his skills, which was like
this is light work.
That's how I was with the Royal Match.
So are you just accruing all these amazing prizes along the way?
Dude, I saved up everything. So at one point I had like 65,000 gold coins, all the power-ups. But now, anyways, so keep in mind.
So you're on round 2.
I'm on round 2, and I reset it about a month and a half ago. So what level do you...
So reset a month and a half.
Maybe a month.
But with knowledge previous, I'm going to say you're at 420.
Level 420?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
days in the thousands.
No, dude.
Really?
In a month?
Oh, you did it a month ago. I thought you said 2 months ago.
Jeez, I'm not living on this thing. So 420.
Yeah.
I'll say 666.
Oh my gosh. Chris.
What is it?
I was not far off if you add 70 and then put another 1 in front. 1490.
The level 1490. I was almost at 2,000.
You're
before.
right. You don't live on it. You're in it.
I so live on it.
You're in it.
And here's the problem. Not only do I live on it, but I find myself going, this is real. We'll talk
Real,
about
this
sports.
is real talk.
Well, it's either this or the Eastern Conference play.
Okay. Or the Javelin.
Like I find this is bad. It's really bad for my health
Is
because
it?
I'm still a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
And I find myself it's like I wake up from my nap. Maybe it's like 1:30.
Hi, kids. I need a minute.
They're
Royal
home
match time.
They're not home from school yet.
Okay.
They get home from school around 3:30. So I go outside.
You lock the door.
I go into my little gazebo. I start playing, light one up, open up a pack, light one up, playing Royal Match, right? I get on this roll. Next thing you know, the kid's like, hey, Dad, what's going on? It's 2.5 hours later. I got
What's
4
for
cigarettes
dinner?
left, and I'm shaking.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, my God, I got but you know what? I won the King's Cup, man.
Yes.
Which is what it's called. I won the prize. I got through to the volcano.
Is that where you were in the third quarter of the Kings game?
No, it's fun. I will tell you that. Well, sort of, but no, I wasn't playing Royal Match, but I was, however, I left and went.
You're buying hammers.
I watched. That sounds like a euphemism, but I was. No, I was watching the third quarter with Katie from afar, yeah, on our little phones. Anyway, so bottom line is this: I need a new game.
You're not done. How many levels does it go to?
I don't know. I think it goes to forever.
Oh, are you going to reset again?
100%. I'm getting ready. Not yet, but I think I'm going to get to 2,000.
What did you get to last time?
I got to what did I get to last time? 1670. I think I'm gonna push for 2K because this time I saved everything up.
Royal Match 2K.
Royal Match 2K, and then I'm done. Anyways, welcome.
You're done with the fish. Fishies are done?
Because my old jackpot gambling game, it just sucks now. I peek in every once in a while. They're like, hey, you haven't been here in a while. Here's 1 billion coins. And I go, sweet. And 6 spins. Oh, you're out of coins. Buy some for $5.99. Like, yeah.
I'm not going to do that, but twice.
Yeah, I'll go back to Royal Match and buy hammers.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy Butler's going to have a lot of time to play Royal Match.
Chris, we need to come up with a game on an app for Dave.
Somebody give me, I don't want the Candy Crush and all. I've done that. And this is kind of like a bastardized Candy Crush. But I do need something else. I'm not trying to do something where I have to talk to other people and build teams. I don't want to do that strategy crap where I'm defending a castle. No, give me something where I could just like, just a brain death.
Okay.
Just a slow rotting of the brain as I, like this trip to New Orleans.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Jason and I play dominoes.
Yeah.
I just remembered something. I'm just going to bring it and then we'll move on. I will neither confirm or deny because I didn't know you could reset your account for before I researched it. So I couldn't, I was stuck on my phone. I will not confirm or deny that on Amazon Prime Day. I will not confirm or deny that I actually purchased one of their little tablets for $20 specifically because it's an Amazon account. So I could have a tablet with a reset Royal Match game for when I get on an airplane. And I think I will bring that with me again if I had it on the trip tomorrow. Shut up, Chris. I actually have a Royal Match tablet.
The Royal tablet.
It's all I use it for.
You got a tablet. So you can
don't touch the tablet.
A mobile game.
It's a bigger screen. And I got to start at the beginning with a new account because I didn't know it was possible. It was like $20 on Prime Day. I was like, hey, I could use this for other things. There's so much room for activities now.
I could play so much Royal Match.
Sixers 105, Heat 104. And it 105-104, but there was like a Tyler Hero hit a 3 at the very end. At first I thought
good comeback.
Very good comeback by the 76ers. Who outscored the Heat 66-53 in the second half. They went into the half obviously down a little bit. Joel Embiid is back. You know what? Joel Embiid, and his game was
Yeah, he didn't look right.
That's what I'm saying, right? He doesn't look 23-15, 5 assists, no blocks, 3 turnovers.
He wasn't moving that great to me.
That's what I'm saying, man. He does not look. He looks. Those are great. Those are fine numbers.
That's a gift that, it's like we've done that with Sabonis. Like, yeah, he wasn't very good. And someone who didn't see the game, he had 18, 14, and 6. Like, but he wouldn't.
He doesn't look like he looks like 80% maybe of Joel Embiid. And that may not. I don't know why. I'm really excited for the Sixers next matchup.
That should be fun.
Then you got the Hawks and the Bulls. Hey, remember when some of you were upset when the Bulls came in and beat the Kings at Golden One Center? 131-116 is your final, and the Hawks are Dunsky.
Yeah.
There's got to be a conversation. By the way, maybe the Hawks need another draft pick. I know who can help them.
Yeah.
Also, there's going to be some interesting conversations, I think, about Trae Young in the offseason. Like, I read this earlier. He's been in the league now, 6 seasons, something like that. Never had an all-star on his team.
That played with him, though. DeJounte Murray was an all-star,
Yes.
which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been one.
I will maintain again, if there is a way for Monty to add DeJounte Murray to this team, like I do really feel like, we talk about like Miles Bridges, not Miles, Mikal Bridges, not Miles Bridges, Mikal Bridges, and a few other dream candidates, right? Who's going to be the Aaron Gordon ad, if you will? I just feel like DeJounte Murray is a guy that might be grabbable.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a 6'5" 2 guard who's 27, who averaged 22.5 points, 6.5 assists, 5.3 boards, who plays, or at least when he was with the Spurs, played good defense, like very above average, not Keon Ellis quality, but you definitely have a defensive upgrade from Herter there. I love the idea of a Fox Murray backcourt. I really do. Fox DeJounte Murray.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
Would we do that? Would Moke go DeJounte
Murray? I feel like it fits.
Okay.
And then I still feel like Keegan is movable, 3 or 4.
Oh, I was like,
no.
Dave wants to trade Keegan.
I feel like he could play the 3 or the 4.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that now you're getting really, if you tried to go like Fox, Ellis, Murray, Keegan, Sabonis, that would be an awfully small team.
Yeah.
And you're asking a guy who's not exactly I'm looking at Murray right now, by the way. Here's another thing. He's also locked up for another 4 years.
Yeah, he just signed.
25, 27, 29, and a player option for 31, which I know
that's not terrible.
I don't think that is for a guy of his caliber, and you'd have him locked up. That would match everything the Kings have going on. I mean, that would match Sabonis and Fox, all those guys being locked up. You now have a 3-person core completely locked in. If you're again, I don't know if this is possible, but I think if you were able to grab a guy like DeJounte Murray and you didn't have to give up Fox, Keegan, or Sabonis, which might be dreamland, but if you have the ability to do that with especially if the Hawks are looking to build, you just throw them a bunch of picks and Barnes and whatever. Anyways, Jason, before we break, is it just me or were the East games a lot more boring?
Well, I mean, the Sixer game ended up being pretty good, but it's just I think we're so invested in the West and the Kings, certainly, right? In the first game, Lakers and Pelicans came right down to the end, and there was intrigue because, hey, if the Kings win tonight, are they going to the Lakers? Are they going to New Orleans? So that was intriguing. And then, of course, I mean, you could argue at the end the Kings game wasn't competitive at the very end, but we didn't care because we were on the right side of that.
That's exactly right.
So you just enjoyed as a fan watching that result for Kings fans.
1 minute break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. How much does Zion being out boost your confidence for tomorrow? Plus 2 more questions right here on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
Thinking of remodeling your home? Say goodbye to endless internet searches and visit Subcontractors United. Find a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in each home service category. From cabinets to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, Kelly Brothers coming up in 13 minutes.
Good at business.
He is good at business. We'll talk gambling in sports, as we've seen with Michael Porter's brother, John Tay. The money that Scotty Scheffler has made has been fantastic. But what about his caddy?
Yeah, helps others, right?
Yeah. See if we can't get Caitlan Clack and the A's in there as well. 3 for Madness. Christopher Law, question 1.
How much does Zion being out boost your confidence for tomorrow?
It boosts it a little, yet I still am old enough to remember when they beat the holy heck out of us without Zion. They still have Jose Alvarado, who's a pest. They still obviously have Herb Jones, and then, of course, C.J. McCollum, who kills us every time he plays us, it seems. Jonas Valanciunas and Sabonis seem to cancel each other out, and that's a win for them. I'm really, honestly, Zion's out. Oh, you and I were talking on the phone yesterday, Jason. I'm really obsessed with Brandon Ingram. I think that's the thing we're not talking about enough. He came back from injury, I think, in game 80 after missing a while. And he played in their loss to the Lakers, but yet sat the entire, most if not the entire fourth quarter. When you look at his, and again, this is a guy that, again, he missed the last Pelicans game with the Kings at Golden One Center, but Zion played and had a wonderful game. Ingram had 11 points in 25 minutes, to go with 4 boards and 4 assists on 4 of 12. That is very un-Brandon Ingram-like.
Yeah.
What really threw me, though, was the fact that they sat him so much through the fourth. Just doesn't strike me as the type of player where they're just going to sit him.
Yeah, and then he didn't talk.
And then he didn't talk.
I'm sure no one's thrilled, but like it's tough not to read into that.
When you look at his last game, in fact, it was actually they played the Lakers Sunday. That was his first game back since March 21st. So he actually played in game 81. He had 13 points in 23 minutes. Now that probably was like, hey, first game back. But now they've played the Lakers twice in 2 very meaningful games, and Brandon Ingram's been off in both. If they're missing Zion and Ingram, it's still Herb Jones, Valanciunas, CJ McCollum, Alvarado, and friends, Trey Murphy. It's a very good team, but then now we're talking a little bit.
Yeah, I think, I was really trying to figure out why is this matchup been so difficult. Dave, I think the best answer I could come up with is this is one of the few teams that I know of in the league that has kind of an answer for both Sabonis and Fox. There's some that like, man, Sabonis has trouble against this guy, but De'Aaron gets loose. Like the Lakers, there would be an argument. AD, I know Sabonis has never lost to him,
right?
But that's an all-conference defender.
Yes.
Lakers can't guard guards. Like Fox and Monk and Hurd, everybody was having good games against them. Also, Sabonis ended up doing okay. Or conversely, man, that team really has a lot of people that could guard Fox, but Sabonis gets loose. This is the one that I think between what Valanciunas has done and Herb Jones / Murphy / Alvarado. See, I don't know. They just have a lot of length and then the pest type guys that have done a good job on both of those two. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what one of the factors is. But then you go back to the last game they just played against the Pelicans here, and the Kings were playing okay with them. But when it really got down to it, then they went to Zion.
Yeah.
And you're like, Harrison tried. Lyles tried.
No,
I think the one that did the best was Len, but he was a bully, and they couldn't stop him. So it doesn't make me think Kings got this, but I do think it is helpful that he is out. I do.
Zion is out. Ingram might be off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I completely forgot towards the end of that game, Jose Alvarado actually sprained that ankle. So, maybe a few days off helps him.
Right.
You just don't know. And that's an ankle that's given him issues in the past, too. So, not that we're rooting for injury. Well,
of course not. No, I mean, this stinks for Zion. It does. But
I'm not rooting for the injuries, but
if it helps the Kings get through,
that's
what it's about.
I'm not going to look at if they win. I'm not going to be like, well.
No asterisk. You
asterisk.
Earned it. Yeah.
All right. Cut number 2, please.
Question 2.
7-game series versus a Pels or 7-game series versus a 1-seed Thunder. What's your preference?
So, like, the fact that this seems like such an incredibly easy question to me gives me pause, which is why I wrote it down, because I see that question and I go, 100% the Thunder.
Which is odd because it's the 1 seed.
And they're the 1 seed.
Yeah,
now,
I'm with you.
That's in no way saying that would be a cakewalk or that the Kings wouldn't even be favored in that series, I don't think. But after what we've saw against the Pelicans, I'd far rather take my chances against OKC.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that lays out better. I think it's a better matchup. Yeah. And then this is a little bit reminding the Pelicans game of what the Warriors were. Like, I think my stance the other day, Dave, was when the Kings were playing the Warriors were playing better. They've been there. They're the healthier team. If that game's played 10 times, I think the Warriors win 7.
Yeah.
It's played once. So in this case, obviously they've already played 5. The Pelicans have won 5. They've been better than the Kings this year when they played each other. They just have to beat them once. And I like that better than, whereas if they get to the Thunder, they're 2-2, but they've played them better.
Yeah.
Could have won the third one, probably should have.
Yeah.
So I would rather see them in a 7-game series with the Thunder.
Well, if the Kings win on Friday, you'll get your chance.
Yes.
They will do that. Cut number 3.
Question 3.
If the Kings were to lose tomorrow, is the season still a disappointment?
That's tough, says the guy that wrote this question 5 hours ago and has had all this time to think about it. It really is. Like, would it be a disappointment? And I know last week, I think I definitely would have landed on the side of disappointment. But man, I know this is going to sound terrible, like how easy I'm pleased. I think I'm going to live off that.
That win has done a lot for you.
It really has. Like, I feel like you got to be fair. Like, I can be negative, I can be pessimistic, I can be all that, but like I can't just sit there. I'm never gonna be Randy Quaid Major League. Man, I don't care. They did. No, like I'm really living off that Warriors win a lot right now. And I have a really hard time saying, well, if they go into New Orleans, they're playing this Pelicans team that's beat them 5, now 6 straight. If they were to lose, I guess part of it would be because it's going to be layers, Jason. Like, how would they lose on Friday? Do you go in and just roll over and lose by 40? Okay, I'm going to be a little more disappointed. Do they give everything they have, leave it all out on the floor, and it's just they can't beat that team, and they left it all out there? I'm going to have a really hard time thinking, oh, I'm disappointed. These guys are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's always more nuance instead of the black or white. But in the spirit of the question, I'll go to what I've been saying. Like, my goal, I think the team's goal was to advance. So this, by definition, would not be advancing. I think there's plenty of reasons. They are banged up. They're not healthy. But that's the deal. So I think in the spirit of the question, I would say yes. But I love the fact that they knocked out the Warriors. I love the fact that they got to this spot. And we'll see if they can do it. But, yeah, I think the context of the game will be kind of a big deal.
At the beginning of the season, if I were to tell you in March, Herter's going down with a season-ending injury, and then a few weeks later, Monk is going down with an injury, and then you found out all this, what would you say they would be finishing?
I think my probably
with no idea about Keon Ellis.
Yeah, I think my default answer would be, well, I think
7 or 8.
Yeah, I would say I think 3's out of the ballpark again. Sounds like the West got better. They'll get in the playoffs, but it'll be 7 or 8. I think that would have been the default answer. So then I guess by definition, I think there's a difference between being disappointed and the season being disappointing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's it.
I think that's how it would be. But in this case, I will say this. If I'm going to be disappointed anywhere, being disappointed in New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, and even to back your, like, let's say they get through this and get through the first round, get through the second round, and ultimately lost somewhere, like in the conference finals, there's still disappointment.
Yes. Let me take your analogy further because you're 100% right. Dude, let's say we sweep our way into the finals.
And then lost.
And we lose in game 5, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Doesn't matter when.
That would be disappointing.
Yes.
Not the season.
That would be, Jason, that would be crushing in the moment. All the hype and hope and all that, like, the mayor announces the possible parade route and all this stuff going on. And then knowing that in some place not here, there's going to be people wearing Sacramento Kings championship shirts and stuff. Yes, it would be crushing, but also like, oh my God, what a year.
Yeah.
So there are levels. We'll take a break. When we come back, there's levels in sports business. Kelly Brothers is on top of it. He's on the very top. He will join us next.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Once upon a time, you could get a heater tune-up or an air conditioner tune-up for just $59, or both for $89. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
I thought you were going to read me a bedtime story.
Go to sleep now. Bonnie.com. License 696-355.
Free. Who doesn't love free? With MyLowe's Rewards, you get the member-only treatment that's actually worth it. Enjoy free member gifts you'll love. And once you reach Silver Key status, you can get free standard shipping. Because Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowe's.com/MyLowe's Rewards today. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Member gifts may be subject to additional terms and restrictions. See Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details. Subject to change.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized. With help from Beacon, I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. Explore more this season in California with Toyota's legendary reliability. Shop a wide selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, including more hybrids and plug-in hybrids than any other brand. Right now, get low 3.99% APR financing on the spacious Highlander, or check out great lease deals on the stylish Camry, sporty Corolla, and dynamic RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available on 2024 models through TFS to buyers with premium-rated credit, excludes hybrids and Sport 3024.
Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
ZZ Top, the Elevation Tour. Friday, May 3rd, 7:30 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley with special guest, Foghat.
Oh, I'm back.
ZZ Top, playing all their classic hits. The venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with Cap Trust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. Cap Trust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
Kelly. It is quickly becoming everyone's favorite set.
Yes.
Hey, someone stopped me at the Kings game the other night to say, love the segment on love the segment.
I see Kelly's doing
Got the Kings momentum going. Are we on?
Are we?
Can
Oh,
you hear me?
there we go. Hello, hi.
Yeah, I got someone stopped me walking into the Kings game the other night and said, love the segment on 1140.
Yes.
I love that, especially if they said it like that. Love the segment on yeah. Maybe it's our turkey sausage.
Dave, that's the way all your fans talk. Come on.
That's right. I love the show. Yeah, exactly. How are you, buddy?
Good, buddy. Good. How are you?
Doing good. Just a lot of high blood pressure. This Sacramento Kings team is but my blood pressure not as high as Jonte Porter's NBA prospects are low. That is an incredibly sad and also and I mean sad just in general. Like, he's a grown man, he knows what he's doing. But the situation, I read something where they figured out his gambling earnings because they had a record of his bets. He made $26,000 gambling. He made over $2 million in a very young NBA/G League career, and now that's gone for life.
No, it is. And he had tried to place bets. There was one I read about where they tried to do an $80,000 parlay that would have netted them about $1.1 million, but that was frozen because of unusual activity. So there was a little more upside, but it's still idiotic. And as we all know, it's probably, I'm not saying it's rampant, but it's so traceable these days that I think the NBA will drop the hammer on any player, ref, coach, anyone who puts their toe over the line is going to get chopped off, and rightfully so.
Yeah, and like their hammer was pretty decisive, but then Calvin Ridley, was it, Dave, a year? With some gamble. So it's happening, and I don't know what the biggest infraction is, Kelly. I guess obviously it's if you do anything in a game that you're involved in, but with the leagues all basically highlighting and supporting gambling for everyone else but their own, this is really a weird kind of dichotomy they have themselves in.
No, they are, especially when you start to add gambling to the actual screen that people are watching the game on. So it's going to get worse. I mean, I think we talked about it last week. They've let the elephant into the hospital, and now what? There's a lot of money there, but it's going to cause, boy, your enforcement division. I hope you beef it up fourfold, I'm sure.
I was thinking about this too, and I was trying to put it in a way that sometimes analogies can help you understand the ridiculousness of a situation if the analogy itself is ridiculous. But I'm not going to use our company because they might get sensitive. So Kelly, I'm going to use yours.
Great.
Let's just use our partners at KCRA.
Okay.
Let's say you're anchoring, and let's say in my world you're doing the noon news with our good friend Lisa Gonzalez.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, there we go. Love Lisa. And it comes in. It's like, well, the news comes first. It's the noon news brought to you by Johnson's Cocaine. Snort it today. And then hey, welcome in, everybody. Brought to you by Johnson's Cocaine. And then, like, on the crawl, it's like, there's a crash on 80. Also, snort this pile of cocaine for only 99 cents today. And then you're done with your thing and you go to break. And it shows a commercial of like a couple that are out, they're having a good time. Hey, you want to make the time even better? Try cocaine. Right now we have these amazing deals on cocaine. It shows a guy with a big pile of cocaine in front of him. You get where I'm going, right? It looks like you're like a baby powder sneezed on him. And then it turns out that I won't use a name. One of the weather guys had a couple of bumps before the program, and it's in KCRA is regretfully announcing that Flurk Jerdorn, I just want to use is suspended permanently from weathering for the cocaine, which we take very seriously, and you should not do cocaining.
Interesting analogy.
Right. Like, what are we Adam Silver can get all serious-faced all he wants, but they're not in bed with gambling. They're making love to gambling and having gambling babies in front of our faces. And yes, there is personal responsibility, but it's a lot easier to stray to eat the Oreos when you're on a diet when you're in an Oreo factory. And that's my rant for the day.
Yeah, and I find it amazing that you're actually describing KOVR in 1983. Anyway.
You were ready for that one.
Yeah, there we go.
True. Well, I was an intern there, and Steve Summers was the sports guy.
Oh, yes.
He had quite the history to him. But I digress. I've never seen Flurk Jerdorn ever do a bump. But anyway, I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this.
It's ridiculous.
It is. No, it is. And they've invited it in because A, they think it's happening anyway, whether they're involved or not, and B, they see the profit motive for them and their owners and their partners. So they're inviting it in, and it's at the same time, Pete Rose is still on the outside of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Looking in, think about, oh my gosh, think about, when you look at that, or you look at NIL and the changing. The rules that seem to change overnight and change 180 degrees when suddenly what was once prohibited is now welcomed and applauded.
Yeah. Kelly Brothers joining us talking sports business. So Kelly, sticking at least with basketball, flip into the women's side. Caitlan Clack, an incredible run, gets drafted number 1 this week. It comes out very publicly. I mean, her finances with the WNBA aren't going to be that great. That's just kind of the way the league cap and the league rules are. But Nike and Caitlan Clack reaching a deal. How's she going to do going forward financially?
Yeah, she's going to do fine. 2.5 million viewers for the draft. Best-selling draft pick card ever on Fanatics. 35,000 just watched her press conference in Indiana. And she's lucky, obviously, Indiana, very close to the state of Iowa, where her star is even brighter. And so it's all good news for the WNBA. It is all good news for Caitlan Clack. She's representing herself well. She killed it on Saturday Night Live. So I think she's gonna do just fine. My fear would be for the college game. And was this a Caitlan Clack story and not an ascension of all college women's basketball. But hopefully it provided enough of a spark that new stars can kind of jump into that void. But boy, that'll be interesting. That'll be really interesting to watch how that plays out. And I think all of Indiana's games are sold out. Like all of their nationally televised games are going to involve the Indiana Fever. So Indiana getting a real bump off Caitlan.
Speaking of, I love it when the audience gets involved from the text line. I actually forgot this, going back to comparing gambling and the hypocrisy of the NBA. Dave, you forgot in your analogy. Don't forget the broadcast after Kelly and Lisa, where they all come on and advise you on exactly how to do cocaine and the right ways to do it, which is so true because SportsCenter, they got okay, now it sounds funny. They have all the lines,
right?
The betting lines. Sure. And then what was it the other day? The one lady betting expert coming on, I forget. I think it was the NCAA tournament. She's like, this is practically free money. Yeah. So again, I mean, I don't want to run back there, but they're right.
It reminds me of the old Irish joke about the little card in the hotel room that said, do you have troubles with alcohol, call this number. And it was the local liquor store. But, and that's where we are with gaming. I mean,
it is.
Yeah.
And that is much like, look, whether it's booze, that's where in all seriousness, that's where the analogy comes in. There's nothing funny about addiction, whether it is a cocaine or an alcohol or a sex addiction or a gambling addiction. There are all kinds of addictions. And the fact that, there's been gambling for, that's the argument.
Right.
Well, there's been gambling forever. Yeah, let me tell you something. There's also been weed forever. Okay. But back in my friend's day, when he would, when he would do weed, he would tell me, he would say, I do marijuana. And I would go, don't. That's a gateway. And he would have to go, okay, this is what he had to do. He had to go to Billy's house where they'd wait for some dude with long hair that loved to listen to Fish, the band, roll in and do his thing and then whatever, and then he'd leave. And it was a very clandestine type of situation. Now,
a little different.
You go online to, what I don't know, what the weed maps probably or something's out there. I don't know. And you go online and they're like, oh, hey, here's some gummies. Here's some vapes. Here's this. Here's pre-rolls. Here's a big sack of whatever the hell. We'll bring it to your house like DoorDash. And then people are like, I wonder why, marijuana usage is up. Well, stupid. Because, and again, that's not me yay or naying it. I'm saying, even though something's been around a long time, it doesn't mean that you can't augment and increase the usage of something because of the periphery of things involved, Kelly. And here we are.
No, and Dave, the other thing is, because you're a parent, I'm a parent.
Yeah.
Jason's a parent. Parents need to parent. In this world, you cannot just sit there and say, well, it's legal for. You can't. You have to parent. You have to. You have to close the door. You can't be their best friend. And even now, you look at any of the stats involving social media, and your kids shouldn't be on social media when they're 11.
That's correct.
Boom. They just shouldn't.
That is correct.
And if they are, at least the consequences now, and you can't say you did.
You know what? You and I both know, and we all know, living in this world where you have a platform. One thing you really want to step on a third rail is suggest how people parent their kids, and I have a lot of respect for that. Everybody's got their own situation. By the way, some kids don't have both parents. Some kids don't have one. Everyone's got a different road to walk.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I will say personally, as somebody who literally has been named multi times Sacramento's Tweeter of the Year, and I say that to underline the addiction I have to social media. My little girl lost her cell phone from 14 to 16. Because we had one rule: no social media. You do not open an account. You don't do any of that. No Instagram, no TikTok, none of that crap. There is no positive that I have yet to have a parent say to me that any positive about having your child on social media. But Kelly, it's out there. You can't take the toothpaste out of the tube.
Right. No, my son had a great line when one year I was named Father of the Year by a local group, and he said, "Is that based on quantity, Dad?" Thank you. I wanted to commend you for your piece on the A's. I thought it was thoughtful. the one thing I'll just point out, well, first of all, the complete and utter dysfunction of Oakland. I mean, that is a disgrace. They lost 3 professional sports teams and their only In-N-Out burger in a 10-year period, which is, I mean, to think, I don't know, once you lose the Warriors and then the Raiders leave, you would think you'd do everything you could. But and the other thing I would just point out is, we have short memories. If you go back 2 years and you ask Sacramento fans who's the worst owner in sports, if you go purely by futility, it would have been Vivek Ranadive. If you go back 2 years, the team that had not been to the playoffs in the longest time period in professional sports was the Sacramento Kings. And look, in 2 years, that has turned around in a significant way, and he's bringing a pro sports team, another one, to Sacramento, even for a limited time. So, I think the other piece is that I don't think the A's ownership is anything to trumpet or celebrate, but Fisher, you're not going to get a well-run sports franchise. They are firmly ensconced where they are. They have good relationships. You're going to get the shakings of the bag, as my dad used to say.
The leave-ins.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but
All
great
right.
piece, Dave.
I
Well
appreciate that. Not everybody's going to agree, and they don't need to. I've been asked to speak my mind. That's my mind. But one thing I don't want to do is I'm not going to shame any Sacramentans for being excited about baseball. It's just not the way I want it, Kelly. But again, that's just me being overdramatic, probably. So
Final fact for you before I let you go, because I know you got to go. Ted Scott is now 54th on the PGA money list. He is Scotty Scheffler's caddy.
Good work.
And because of the year Scotty's had, he's over 1.2 million. He's made more money this year than Ricky Fowler.
Wow. Good work if you can get it.
Yeah, really. Except that's got to get, like the Texas Open in July or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey,
Getting paid for it.
You got to carry stuff.
Yeah.
You got to remember, the
You
players.
gotta carry stuff.
Yeah, you do. You have to carry all this crap.
Yeah.
Why don't they let caddies have the little rolly carts? Maybe not a real cart, but why can't they have the little thing you roll? What advantage is that?
But here's a question for you. What percentage of PGA golfers, what percentage of them, their Christmas card picture is from the par 3 contest at the Masters?
Oh,
I would say
yes.
It's got to be over 50%.
I think Jack Nicklaus's one for the rest of his life is going to be when his grandson hit that at home. I'm going to go, and by the way, you have PGA and Live Golf Tour. I think we should start a third golf tour where the players are required to carry their own bags.
There you go.
All right.
Now it's a sport.
Yeah.
Now it's an actual sport. All right.
Or you play the game we played when we were younger, and that was the Budweiser Open, where you got an extra shot for every beer you had during the round.
Oh my God!
I mean, John Daly would be.
He would thrive
in the Grand Slam.
1,000,000,000,000%. Kelly, always great talking to you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Good to see you guys. Peace
All right,
out.
great talk. Take care. That's Kelly Brothers. We'll take a break. When we come back, speaking of sports business, Caitlan Clack gets her shoe deal, but it's deeper than that. Let's talk a little bit about that before we get to Sam Amick, the Sacramento Kings, and his awards. We'll see if we can't pick his brain on that since he votes at 8 a.m. We're all back with that right after this.
It took 4 quarters of locked-in effort, intensity, and focus to knock out the Golden State Warriors.
Connor shakes, trying to create a step back, and he scores it! Boy, you talk about earning a bucket. Steve Kerr will take time out.
Now the Kings head to Louisiana to see if they can take another win-or-go-home game. Kings and Pelicans, Friday at 6:30, right here on your home for the Sacramento Kings. Sactown Sports.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you one of the nearly 10 million families that own a timeshare? Unfortunately, many families stuck in timeshares have learned the dark side of ownership, as their timeshare ends up being nothing like they were promised. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you were lied to when buying a timeshare, you're going to need help. I know this because I once worked as a timeshare salesman, but quit the business and made it my personal mission to help folks get rid of bad timeshares. That's why I put together a timeshare exit information kit to help you understand how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Over 30,000 families have trusted us to get rid of their timeshares. Many started out by simply calling us for the free information kit and are now timeshare free.
To get your free information kit, call Wesley Financial now. Call 800-837-1919. That's 800-837-1919. 800-837-1919.
Hey there, you in aisle 2. I see you by the fiber and laxatives. You still using those to manage your constipation with belly pain? If your symptoms keep coming back, you may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. So you may need more than over-the-counter treatments to manage it. Ask your doctor about how Linzess can help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
With a variety of weekly promotions, there's something for everyone to enjoy at a Sacramento River Cats game. Don't miss a Toyota Family Value Tuesday featuring $2 hot dogs and $2 ice cream, or Thirsty Thursday featuring ice-cold beer. Join us on Smut Orange Fridays for happy hour and live music, and don't forget to stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with post-game fireworks. Find all promotional details at rivercats.com and make your plans to head out to Sutter Health Park this season.
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort. See what we can do for you with a free fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one near you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet.
Slightly Stupid. Live in concert. Saturday, April 27th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. With special guest Fortunate Youth. For tickets, visit thundervalleyresort.com. Don't miss Slightly Stupid live.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Is that just me, or did I just hear the telltale bink of somebody logging in?
I entered.
Oh, you're in the.
I'm doing some testing for tomorrow.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Before we get.
Okay. Is that annoying, Chris?
There we go. Before we get to Caitlan Clack, one cool thing about doing a job in this town where you've done it a long time is you get regular listeners, which is great, and sometimes you get regular listeners that. Not that our listeners don't know things, but sometimes you get people that are actually experts in the field. So during the break, I'm hearing a reverb.
I know, that's me.
That's all right. During the break, I got a text from somebody in the business of sports, and I'm just going to present this as a counter. The analogy we made with Kelly Brothers about, how sports are so in bed with gambling. And this person sent me the following on sports gambling. Number one, sports gambling is already here and legalized by the courts. It's legal. The NCAA, along with baseball, basketball, and football, professional, were involved and were parties suing to prohibit sports betting. It was made legal. Number two, with league partnerships, players get half the revenue per the CBA. I didn't know that. Players get half the revenue per the CBA, so they're benefiting from these partnerships as well, not just the owners. And sports betting is there regardless of the league partnerships. Legal betting actually helps trace and reduce potential player involvement And I think the point there is rather than the bookie down the street that we talked about,
right?
It's documented. It's there. And this is largely how the Shohei Ohtani situation came to light, and now the Jonte Porter thing. Now, of course, the immediate counter we all have is, well, okay, but doesn't it stand to be that for every Jonte Porter and Shohei Ohtani interpreter, there's 70 other guys, I don't know what the number is, that haven't been caught? That I don't know the answer to that, but that would be one of the counters from somebody in the business saying, hey, it's here. It's going to happen. These people are betting on players. This is an opportunity for the players to benefit from it financially in a legal way, and also for us to be able to track and regulate, which I would also offer kind of branches over into a lot of people's, like, for example, not to get too crazy, but the legalization of marijuana. One of the biggest pro arguments there for a long time is, hey, let's legalize it and regulate it. Let's get tax money off of it. It's happening no matter what. Toothpaste is out of the tube. So again, I'm not advocating for that, but I think it's fair to present that side.
Sure.
Caitlan Clack. She is going to MC. He's consistent. I love him. What else is documented? What else are they keeping track of? I don't know, dude. I kind of think this.
Yeah.
We all have cameras in our house now. Everyone's listening. You're all naked on the web somewhere. Just get over it. It's happy. Yeah, Jason, you too, pal. There's a video of me singing to my dogs by myself somewhere.
They've seen my baby nails.
Not my baby nails.
We have Sam coming up. What do I want to do with this? We went late with Kelly. I really want to have this Caitlan Clack conversation, but it's too important to have in 30 seconds. I'll say this. She signed, reportedly, according to Shams Charania, signed a deal with Nike. Terms aren't out yet. The whispers are it's about $40 million, somewhere in the range of $30-40 million. I don't know the years on that, but obviously the way the salaries are right now, considering she's going to be making somewhere in the $70,000 to $80,000 range for playing for the Indiana Fever next year. That's her WNBA salary. She is going to make more in the shoe deal than she will ever make playing basketball actually on the floor. Good for her.
Yeah.
But it does set up a conversation that we'll either push till later in the show or beyond, which is, but hold on. What about, why is she getting all of this? Where's one of the South Carolina players' shoe deal? They just beat them in the finals or in the championship. Where's Asia Wilson's giant shoe deal? The 2-time MVP, finals MVP, champion. Where's hers? Why Diane Taurasi is arguably the greatest women's player ever. She certainly has endorsements. Nothing like that. Sabrina Ionescu,
right.
Et cetera, et cetera. And I think there's a conversation to be had there. Now, Jason, this conversation has become a third rail. This is a highly, highly charged subject that involves pay inequity, gender inequity, racial overtones, racial undertones. Like, there's all the lava pits here. So if we do have the conversation, I'd like to do it in the way that we try to do it, which is admit who we are, admit who we are not, present questions, and be educated if we miss something. I think the big problem is a lot of people come in and go, this is how it is, and you're stupid, and hot take, and
that's always healthy.
That's always super healthy. I just want to honestly have a conversation because I think a certain way, and I want to know, it's never going to have 100% agreement, but I'd like to hear, just kind of like the sports betting thing where we got that text. I'd like to hear other things and share. I think that's the way these things should go. So we'll try to do that at some point today. In the meantime, we got to get to Sam Amick. And we also, all of us need to get down to Hoblet because right now it is Ram Truck Month. The seasons are a-changing. Pretty soon it'll be Jason's favorite weather, 110 and gloppy. It's gloppy. Don't answer that. And people are going to be out and about. Just imagine rolling around in your Ram truck with your wife and kids, husband and kids in the car, in the truck, loaded up with your boat, your RV, your canoes, your cooler, and you're driving off into the wilderness to reconnect and get rid of electronics and become one with nature. And you're driving around on the streets looking at all the other little cars going, look at you little cars. Hoblet's going to help you out. They're 75 years in business. They understand how to help you out. They can find you that hard to find HD RAM you've been looking for. They can find it for less right now. Save up to $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesman Crew Cabs. With California's biggest selection of Ram trucks, you're sure to find the truck you need. So come experience the difference. California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. We'll take a break. Sam Amick next.
The New Orleans Pelicans have absolutely owned the Sacramento Kings this season. Sacramento seeking its first win against New Orleans and needs it or their season comes to an end. A loss and it's over. A win and they are the 8th seed and headed to OKC.
The rebound grabbed by Sabonis, hammers it back off the bounce. Another offensive rebound and another 2 points. The Kings have their biggest lead of the ballgame.
Get all the exciting play-by-play action starting at 6:30 Friday night on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Spring savings continue at Folsom Lake Kia. Low payments, special offers, 0 down deals on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
At Fasteners Inc., we believe adding quality power tools to your lineup shouldn't break the bank. That's why we're hosting the biggest Milwaukee tool sale of the year in Sacramento. On top of insane deals on Milwaukee power tools, all Milwaukee pack-out storage boxes, hand tools, and tool accessories will be 25% off. So come on down on April 27th to the Milwaukee Tool Sanity Sale at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road in Sacramento. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net. Welcome to a brighter future with Aztec Solar, serving Sacramento since 1980. Everyone knows that solar saves money. How much? The answer is a few clicks away. Visit yourpowersavings.com. It's fast, easy, and reliable, giving you instant insight into your potential savings.
I used to pay $400 a month to the power company, and that $400 a month added up to $48,000 over the past 10 years. That all changed when I switched to solar with Aztec Solar.
Now it's your turn to stop overpaying for electricity. Calculate your solar savings right now at yourpowersavings.com. And Aztec Solar will email or text you how much you'll save every month. Plus, we've got an exclusive offer for you. Get your solar electrical system for just $9,995 cash price after incentives. Don't wait. This deal won't last forever. Visit yourpowersavings.com today and take the first step towards energy independence with Aztec Solar.
Welcome to the Tap House Restaurant at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course. With an array of local craft brews from a selection of 20 taps, the Tap House menu boasts freshly made sandwiches, crisp salads, and a variety of specialty entrees. The Tap House is the perfect place for a round after your round at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course, especially during happy hour from 3 to 6 daily. Drop by the Tap House Restaurant for scenic views, exquisite food, and a hearty welcome. The Tap House at Bartley Kavanaugh Golf Course.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Hey, we're halfway through. Halfway through. Yeah. Why are we going to look at that? All right. Welcome back. Kings, Pelicans tomorrow. National award-winning writer today, as a matter of fact. Hey, this is the second national award-winning writer I've talked to in 48 hours. I told you, I talked to Howard Beck the other day.
Oh, that's right.
Old friend Howard Beck.
Yes.
And joining us right now, almost as good, the one, the only.
Wow.
Sam, well, that's a compliment. Sam Amick. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Dave. How are you, gentlemen?
See what I did.
Hi. Yes. Hi, Sam. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You're my
good.
Good.
The funny thing about that little jab I took at Sam is it puts him kind of in a corner this early because he can't really crack back because he loves Howard and isn't gonna disrespect Howard back and be like,
I can. And this now I'm gonna be sending this segment to Howard. I can definitely crack back on Howard. First of all, he went to UC Davis.
True.
That's a big blow against him.
Big no.
Well, he was just in town, and even though we are very good friends and we work together as partners on the board for the Pro Basketball Writers Association, I looked up the other day at the Golden One Center as I stood courtside across the floor, and I saw that Howard Beck came all the way to town and did not even bother to tell me that he was coming.
Whoa.
Unbelievable. Big,
maybe not that good a friend, Sam.
Goes and works for the New York Times, and he's with the Ringer. Maybe he's just a little Sam, maybe saying a little too big for his britches.
Maybe.
Unconfirmed. Okay.
He just doesn't like Hornets. I think that's what it is.
Could be.
It's award season. So one of the things I had promoted with bringing you on is we're going to try to delve. Now, I understand that some content you need to save because we want people to go and read The Athletic. It's fantastic. So I will give you as much of a buy as you want, but any chance we could maybe peek into where you were either leaning or where you voted for some of these postseason awards?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to, and sorry, I'm now looking down at my phone because you're asking for this information. I don't know if I'm going to write about it, but I certainly don't mind being transparent about it. What is your curiosity, my friend?
Well, let's start with the one that most people here care about because it's the one that's involved, that we're involved in. And we talked to you a couple weeks ago. And it certainly sounded like you were definitely leaning hard one way, but in the end, where did your sixth man of the year award shake out, Sam?
I did vote for Malik Monk.
Yes. Well done. Good man.
Right answer.
Integrity.
Yeah.
I had Naz Reid second and Bobby Portis third, Norm Powell fourth, even though there is no fourth.
So literally that's actually was a question. You do vote for three?
Yeah.
Top three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like one of those?
I mean, I the Naz Reid discussion is interesting because it actually I had a pretty robust debate with Howard about this the other night because not to put his business in the streets, I think he did Naz. Naz being a starter and having this uptick in support in terms of his candidacy during his time as a starter, I just don't think honors the spirit of the award. Howard's disagreement was that part of being, kind of a super six man is if somebody goes down that you are capable of, playing that part. And I get it, but like those numbers, I don't think should really apply to the award. And then conversely, Malik in this part is just not real sexy. Didn't really get that emphasized when it comes to the Kings and their promotion of Malik. But they went 3-5, or I think it was 3-5 without him.
Yeah.
And just fell off a cliff. And that I think also showed his value. So yeah, I had Malik.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah, and I guess, just to piggyback on one of the wins ultimately that they did get, Sam, you were there the other night to see them. I mean, was that the best you've seen the Kings play when they beat the Warriors the other night?
Ever?
No, this group.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty shocking win. It's funny. I go to Warriors shoot around the day of the game, and none of the stuff we say actually matters, obviously. But what did crack me up was my own energy. And I'm just being totally transparent about this. Like, I go to Warriors shoot around. I have a nice conversation with Steve Kerr after his team does its thing. And at the end of the conversation, literally said to him, like, wow, the Kings owner's head is going to explode when you guys when you pummel them tonight.
Wow.
Like, that's kind of, I just thought it was going to happen. The Kings weren't playing well. The
So did
Warriors,
I.
yeah. And I do wonder, the Warriors, I don't think really talked about this, but when you have a 1-game March Madness type situation, and I think you are a little prone to having a letdown, especially when you see this Kings team with no Malik Monk. And I mean, the Warriors just never responded. And you guys, I'm preaching to the choir, like, to watch the Kings go up big, and then of course be going, okay, now when do they give it back? Because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And to have them never really give it back was strange, but great timing. They look fantastic.
Can I do a thing I know you'll love and you can just choose to not comment? Can I just put you in a horrible position here and ask you about a colleague of yours?
Yeah, that's fine. I hope it's not one in particular, but go ahead. Yeah.
Is John Hollinger okay?
Why? What do you say? What do you do?
I just want can someone check on John?
Well,
reportedly he voted Bogdan Bogdanović and Jonathan Isaac for 6-man over Malik Monk. And it's not like it's the first time John has been contrarian-esque with these things. It makes you wonder if somebody should just do a wellness check on the guy who obviously, I mean, he worked in the front office. He invented PER. Like, it's not like he's dumb at basketball, but my goodness.
Yeah, I haven't talked to John a little bit, so I could check on him for you.
Yeah, check on him for us.
I will definitely. We have had a chuckle in the past about how the city of Sacramento loves him.
Oh, just loves him.
And so, yeah, I do think that, not to generalize, but like that community, meaning you mentioned PER, so that's the player efficiency rating. That it is one of the better stats to kind of encapsulate overall value, although it doesn't have much of a defensive metric. In that similar community, some friends and colleagues, Nate Duncan and Danny LaRue, had a podcast a little while back where they did their awards. And I don't know if their views changed, but between their two ballots for 6th man, Malik only got 1 third place finish. So lack of efficiency is something that is a major mark against a player like Malik for some voters. Now it wasn't, this was not, Jamal Crawford had years, or, Lou Williams had years where the efficiency was far less what Malik had this year, but Bogdan's efficiency is something that, is a mark for him if that's the way you were, prioritizing aspects of the game. So, but I'll check on him. I'm glad,
Very
I know
good.
you're worried. Yeah.
I do care.
You're worried. Yeah.
I'm very worried.
Sam, injuries have hit, obviously, at the wrong time. We just talked about Malik. He's him being out for the Kings, but the Kings' next opponent is New Orleans. And whether it was last night, Jimmy Butler, or Zion Williamson the other day, terrible timing for him, because he was really starting to put it together here late and trying to make his first playoff run. What do you think the impact of really both of those significant injuries? Maybe even throw Giannis in there. We got some high-level people that are out at the wrong time.
No, it sucks. It really does. I know it's good for Kings fans because they want to win this game tomorrow, but independent of that, it's really unfortunate. The Zion thing, I feel bad for him. I don't know Zion at all. Nobody in the media really does, because he keeps us at an arm's length. But regardless, like, you go from midway through the season just getting absolutely destroyed publicly for, again, for your weight, for the way you're playing, for your kind of your lost promise and your inability to maximize your God-given talent. Then you put together a pretty special second half of the season. you evolve. That guy hadn't been in the playoffs, and I feel terrible for him. He's out there just, dominating a play-in game, having one of the best games of his career at the right time. So that is super unfortunate. The Jimmy thing, I hate, because there's just, he's on my short list of fun things to watch this time of year, Jimmy Butler in the postseason stage. I don't like that. Giannis is on that same list. Giannis is, when he plays like it's the playoffs when it's late October, but in the actual playoffs, not only is one of the elite competitors, but somebody who I think, he'll be back. I don't know when, but I think, is going to have an even bigger chip on his shoulder than normal, because it sounds crazy to say, like, Giannis is being very overlooked right now. So yeah, it's bad all around. Did I leave somebody out, Jay? Who else we got?
Jimmy, you said Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's on the one hand, it's that time of year, but this was like a little flurry right before the actual playoffs. That is, a big bummer.
Well, speaking of playoffs and speaking of Giannis, his team, the Bucks, did not fare too well against the Pacers this year. And it is such an interesting situation developing, where you had the best record in the Eastern Conference have their coach fired, and Adrian Griffin, to the point where the new coach, Doc Rivers, was coaching the All-Star team like 5 minutes after he took the job. And to say that the Bucks finished the season strong is largely incorrect. The Knicks end up catching them by a game for the 2 seed, still 49-33. But there is a world, as you know, Sam, because of the Pacers' success, where Indiana is able to knock the Bucks out in the first round. Now, they just signed Doc Rivers to a massive contract, and I know I'm being largely speculative here. But, Sam, if Indiana were to knock out the Bucks, is as weird as it is Doc Rivers on the hot seat or gone?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's
if anything, it's funny. The other day, our guy who covers the Pistons so well, James Edwards,
he loves Sacramento too. He's huge here. People love him.
Man, stop having your Sacramento complex.
He said something like, what did he say? It was out of the blue. He said a shot. He said, like, downtown.
He said that these writers don't like coming here. Like, bro, can we be real? For years, they would come and go to Arco Arena and stay in Natomas. Like, now we don't need to have this discussion.
But isn't that the do I look fat in this dress of sports journalism? Like, we know that's fine, but do you have to say it? It's very, very rude. It's rude, Sam.
It's 2024. Everybody says everything all the time.
All right. What did James say?
Nobody keeps their thoughts to themselves anymore.
That's very true.
James, now I forgot what James said. I don't know. Troy Weaver, the head of the Pistons front office, is not going to be the head of the Pistons front office much longer. He's going to be there, but they're going to hire somebody above him. James reported about a possible tie-in to John Horst, who is the GM of the Bucks. And I only bring this up because it was a little bit of one of those storylines where it's like, James is good at his job, and, you connect the dots and you say, like, I think John, the head of the Bucks front office, is fine. But, I think if the Bucks had absolutely sailed through the second half of the season, nobody would be speculating about the head of the Bucks front office going somewhere else. Right. Because as great a job as John has done, the reality of the Bucks situation, he was on board all the way back when they drafted Giannis, and then since then has built this contender and then won the championship. But they have not had a good stretch. And he hired Adrian Griffin after firing Mike Budenholzer. That was a disaster. You made the trade for Damian Lillard that everybody thought was going to be great. Has not worked out the way that they thought. So in terms of culpability, I would speculate that, the spotlight is more in that direction than it is on Doc. But yeah, the results have been awful. I looked at it the other day. I wrote about it, 17-19 since Doc took over. The net rating, offensive rating, defensive rating, everything is on the back end of the league. So it's not good. And then you have, like the other day, Stephen A. Smith made a random comment about Damian Lillard being unhappy and how he thinks that they should move him.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So I think, the Pacers thing can be absolute salt in the wound for all that ails the Bucks right now, because, you go back to the Tyrese Halliburton in-season tournament stuff where he was tapping his watch and making fun of Dame time. For me, that's probably the most interesting first round series.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that. What other series kind of has your attention? Obviously, we still have 2 more to fill out. Who will the 8 seeds be in the East and the West? But as you look at the landscape of these playoff series, what else kind of catches your attention?
Yeah, I mean, in the East, I like that. There's a bunch of good ones. I like, Sixers Knicks is going to be fun. It's been a long time since those two teams, clashed. And Joel Embiid didn't look like himself last night, but looked pretty good, and they pulled that game off. In the West, it's, not as sexy in terms of big fan bases, but Clippers Mavs is a really good series. Clippers were mediocre down the stretch, but showed a few signs late. Bunch of legacy talk within that team where you have James Harden, no rings, Paul George, no rings, Ty Lue trying to get another ring. The Mavs, of course, with Luka and Kyrie, we've talked about them a lot the past couple of weeks. I like the Suns T-Wolves series. There's a theme this year that is interesting and probably just natural in terms of like Father Time marching on, but like having the LeBrons and the Steph Currys and the Kevin Durants and all these all-time greats be fighting for their playoff lives on the back end of the pack is wild to watch, because truthfully, Minnesota should be favored, probably is favored in that series. And so, could we have Kevin Durant and to a lesser degree, Devin Booker and Bradley Beal saying goodbye in the first round? It's a real possibility.
I love that you said there is a theme, because there is, especially in the West, where if you flip-flop these 10 years ago, more than likely they'd be upside down, where you have OKC as the 1 seed and Denver and Minnesota. And then, as you said, you have the legacy teams scratching and clawing. When we get to the Warriors and the fact that they're back, I want to share something with you that I said to Jason after that game. I said there was a point where weirdly I'm sitting and watching the game. It's fourth quarter. The game's wrapped. It's like 2 minutes left. And I'm looking at Steve Kerr and Sam. I felt bad for him in a sense. Looking at the box score, we talked about how like Kevon Looney, he had a little bit of foul trouble, but played some very good minutes. But I think he only played like 8 minutes. And that was their big key to Sabonis last year. Moses Moody had 16 and I think like 14 minutes and was a plus. I think he was the only guy who was a plus on that team. And he had Clay play 32. He was 0 of 10. Obviously, Draymond, Steph, etc. I felt like Steve got thoroughly outcoached by Mike Brown, but I also felt like it almost wasn't his fault, that Steve was like, look, I'm going to stick with my legacy guys. I'm not going to embarrass them. And if that means that we lose this game, I'm going to lose it with them rather than making adjustments that maybe my better angels tell me I should make, because I don't want to not ride with these guys. I could be making that up. That could be all in my head, but I felt like he was almost a little bit handcuffed that night.
Yeah, I probably don't agree with you on that one, only because I know I'm not, it's your show. I'm supposed to just you're so smart, Dave. You got the box in front of you still?
Yeah, let me bring that up. Go ahead.
Kuminga and Trace Jackson Davis, how many minutes?
Let's see. Kuminga and
I know Trace Jackson started the first 7, then didn't come until very late again.
11 for him. Kuminga had 28.
So fine. My point is only supported by Kuminga. Kuminga didn't play very well.
Right.
And that's a young guy. I mean, the thing is, I actually think their program is fine. It's just you have to change the expectations. Even internally, they're not going to broadcast this. Like, they know that, like, it's not that they're not trying to win championships still. They are, but it's a little analogous to the late Kobe years with the Lakers. And actually, this is a much better version of it, where you're going to win games. And maybe if you get some sort of unforeseen development, if Kuminga absolutely turns into a star, then you're back in title contention. They're going to be fine. It's made for a weird conversation already in terms of, is this the end of the dynasty? Well, yeah, but I think, and this is not for sure by any means, I wrote this yesterday, I think Clay probably resigns. I probably think, we're handicapping, that Chris Paul is not back, that financially they've got to get off his money. And I also know that they're extremely excited about it's just not a small thing that Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, and Trace Jackson Davis are really good. Like those are pieces that it's a little like the Kings, where your growth is going to come if a Keegan Murray takes the next step. That's how they're looking at it. As far as Steve, I mean, he did get out coached by Mike. I mean, he would say that he lost the game and didn't find adjustments. Sabonis. And I wish I could credit who it was. There was a good clip online talking about the adjustments the Kings made this year compared to last year and some of the actions up top. The Kings learned from that game a year ago, and they played really, really well.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I want to go back to the Clay part. You do think it's kind of mutual? He would want to be back. They would want to keep him. You think that's your guess?
Well, I mean, that was certainly the strong sense I got going into that game the other night. And so now the question becomes that as far as the human component, how tough is this experience? The 0 for 10 showing is not nothing. Like Joe Lacob, very much like Vivek Ranadive and a lot of owners, is an emotional guy. And so, Joe probably has a number in his head of like, Clay, I love you and we can bring you back. But like, if you ask for more than this, then I just can't sleep at night. So, the feelings component matters because Clay has been offended really by, and he's not alone. Joe Lacob has tough negotiating style, even with some of the most beloved Warriors of all time. Like he irritated Steve Kerr and Steph Curry to varying degrees when he was figuring out their stuff. Draymond's different because Draymond's always been having to, kind of apologize to the organization. But with Clay, it's, he has to feel respected. So if the Warriors get that aspect done and they find a middle ground, then I think he'll be back. But Orlando does loom as a real threat. And then I wrote about how Dallas, is considered a team that's worth watching as well.
I guess it doesn't work this way, but is there anything to saying to Clay? Yeah, dude, the salary cap next year is $141 million. The Golden State Warriors right now are at 209 and are slated without Clay to be at 175. That's without Clay. And oh, by the way, we paid you $43.2 million last year for 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists on 43% shooting. So can we have some of that back?
What did he shoot from 3?
He shot 38.7. Not bad.
I think he finished top 3 in threes made.
He had 3.5 threes made, down from 4.4. And he also had 9 attempts per game. I mean,
No, I hear you.
Tell me Clay wasn't severely overpaid this year.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Did you see his press conference yesterday?
I did not. No.
Ooh-wee. I texted our guy Anthony Slater, who was there, and I just all I said was, "Wow, cranky Clay." He does not enjoy talking about his future. That again, that human component, I do wonder. Like, oh boy, like Clay's really, I don't think in a great place, and I get it. He just played terribly. The other night after the game, he did not talk to the media. Was very edgy, and he's not normally that way. He took a little kind of shot. A reporter tried to get him, and it wasn't me, but he was like, vultures. He was a little salty after that game. Then he goes to the press conference, and I only bring this up because you talk about the previous contract, which is a very valid point. They took care of him during a time when he had multiple serious injuries. Kendra Andrews of ESPN basically asked him about, the idea that the Warriors typically take care of their guys and how they took care of him back with that contract after the injuries. And rather than say, no, you're right, they did. And I wish you would have seen this, guys. He kind of scoffed and he laughed and he goes, he goes, can you imagine if they didn't pay me? Like, oh, four titles. Cool. Good luck. You got hurt. It's something to that effect. And it was a little moment of truth that was like, wow. Okay. So And I do see his point. You won 4 championships. It would have been a bad look not to pay him, but there wasn't any bandwidth left over in his mind for the idea that yes, that should be factored in and remembered. So if he's that edgy going into free agency about the relationship, then who the hell knows?
Well, we got a break, but screw him, man. He made $68 million over 2 years that he didn't play. And I understand he was hurt, but come on. You made $68 million plus 42 this year, which is about double what your value was. Good luck, because I don't know. That strikes me as weird, dude. And I've always liked Clay, to be honest. But that's my opinion. You can read Sam's opinions in The Athletic. Subscribe. It's like a penny a month or some crap. I pay a lot more. I'm happy to do it for me and my son. It's the best sports journalism you're going to find, all curated both on the app and on the web for you. So please do support our friends and go to theathletic.com. Samuel, thank you. Go yell at Howard Beck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
That's Sam. We're way late for a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the other series. Let's see if we can get this Caitlan Clack conversation in somewhere as well. We'll do that next.
It was a beam unlike any beam we've seen.
The Warriors 3, no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background.
It was a win to remember.
If the horn sounds and the Sacramento Kings have won.
The season still has more life left in it, and the Kings are off to New Orleans for another win or go home game. It's the Kings and the Pelicans. Friday night at 6:30, right here on your home for Sacramento Kings basketball. Sactown Sports.
Jiffy Lube has a special promotion going on right now. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change at Jiffy Lube and receive a $25 e-gift card from popular brands for food, gas, and more. It's that easy. Simply purchase a Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change and receive a $25 e-gift card. So basically, going to Jiffy Lube can get you a free lunch or a pizza for dinner. That's what we call added value for the consumer. That's why Jiffy Lube is #1 in the greater Sacramento area for oil changes. Visit jiffylube.com for more details and valuable coupons today.
The Sacramento Kings did it. They eliminated the Warriors and kept their season alive.
They swing it to Keegan, going for another one. And he hits it from the line drive on the right wing. That's the 8th three-pointer that Keegan Murray has made in 13 attempts. He has 32 points.
Now, they need to do it again on Friday in New Orleans. Kings and Pelicans, Friday at 6:30. On your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by RC Willey Home Furnishings.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
If you need flooring, now is the time to buy during RC Willey's semi-annual flooring event. For just 10 days, you can save up to 40% on select carpet styles and pay just $39 for installation. RC Willey, your home, your way.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas, loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Play and win to take your loyalty to new heights at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. Sign up for Sky River Rewards, and you'll get $15 free play to use on your first visit. Plus, you'll be in the know about upcoming special events and offers. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Kevin Lewis of National Garage Door. Whether you need to repair a broken spring, install the new opener, or buy a quality Rainer door, National Garage Door is here for you. Call us today to see how we can transform your house with a new garage door.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Spring savings continue at Folsom Lake Kia. Low payments, special offers, 0 down deals on approval of credit. Shop your trusted Kia dealership for over 25 years and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
I'm surprised at how many players wait too long to have their golf clubs regripped. I'll pick up my playing partner's clubs when they're left near the green, and that's when I noticed that some of the problems in their games could be attributed to worn golf grips. If yours are shiny or worn when you play, you're probably gripping the club too strongly for fear of losing it during a swing. The golf grip is your connection to the club, and fresh grips let you hold the club lightly, promoting proper swing mechanics and swing action. Many of us simply replace the grips with the same product that was on the club, but with so many different types of materials, colors, tackiness, softness, and more, you'll find plenty of sizes and colors to fit your game and your personality. Your local pro shop or club fitter can re-grip your clubs, or you can purchase a kit and do it yourself. Either way, re-gripping once a year is an inexpensive and fast way to bring a noticeable change to your game and to give your clubs that new club feel. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. Now, I've told you this before, but this is what we call extending a good deal. Right now, American Energy Heat and Air is offering an HVAC diagnostic for $99. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Never mind. They're offering it free. It's a $99 value, but you get it for $0. Let the American Energy team test your system connections and all the moving parts of that system to ensure that it's functioning properly. Now, this is a limited time offer. Call today to schedule your appointment at 916-520-9990. Speak to the company that has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau that's been making the greater Sacramento area proud since 1981. 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Our thanks to Sam Amick.
Samick.
He's a card. He's a fine chap.
Yes, he is.
The other NBA series that we don't care about as much. Boston is waiting for the winner of Miami and Chicago. That'll be interesting.
I mean, earlier on when the 7-8 game was listed as obviously Philly, Miami, I thought, man, the loser will probably beat the Chicago-Atlanta winner.
Yeah.
And that's Boston's reward, getting Philly or Miami. Well, now if it ends up being Chicago or Miami, and Miami without Jimmy Butler changes things a little bit.
It does. Now
could you imagine if Boston wins all these games against Joel Embiid in the first round?
Right.
Like, that doesn't seem right.
No, not at all. That's a weird injury. Yeah. Although we've said before, Embiid doesn't look right.
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't
now
look
he's
right.
the 7, and they get the Knicks.
Philly graduates to New York now. They'll take on the number 2 seed Knicks.
That should be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking forward to that series, as am I looking forward to the Bucks and Pacers.
They don't like each other, and I'm good with that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And it all comes out in the playoffs. You see each other at least 4, if not 7 straight times. And then this kind of a, you could argue this is the series really nobody cares about.
Yeah. Is it like the tree falling in the woods? Will anybody see Cleveland, Orlando? And it might end up being great.
It might, yeah. Oftentimes that happens, but Cavs and Magic, and the Magic kind of on the right track here.
Yeah,
getting in 5 seed, good for them. And then in the West, you got the Clippers in Dallas.
Fun.
I'm really excited for that. Minnesota Phoenix is going to be kind of fun to look at.
Yeah.
Denver and the Lakers, first round, LeBron versus Jokic.
I thought they were supposed to lose on purpose so they wouldn't face Denver, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, Darvin Ham laughed at that one. And then Oklahoma City waits for the winner of the Pelicans and Sacramento.
Let's go.
On Friday. Let's go. We are. You and I will both be there. And you will be doing the show live from New Orleans. You're taking off here in about 3 hours, provided there's no delays. You'll be in New Orleans tonight for dinner.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I don't know yet. I mean, actually, it sounds like the connector's a little delayed, so it might be a little bit later.
Late night?
Yeah.
Does anything stay late? Open late
It's
in
open.
New Orleans?
New Orleans is always open.
It's always open. So you'll be there. And I will join you tomorrow afternoon, and we will tomorrow evening, and then boom, in for the game. And very nervous. Very
Understandably.
nervous.
And you've been to that arena already. So,
I have.
yeah.
I have been
It's
to the
okay.
arena. I've told you that they have the I haven't been to every arena, but of all the arenas I've been to, that is the best popcorn setup by far. I will head over there. It's not just the popcorn and the movie theater butter, but they have the big industrial size shakers of like 6 Cajun seasoning and garlic powder and this and that and bloody blue. And I'm going to popcorn my face off.
I have a lot of elbow room too.
A lot of elbow room?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Pretty cheap tickets.
God,
yeah,
yes.
game tonight,
Chris, you
Friday.
were looking at this. Tell us about this. Is Pelicans, Kings, some of the ticket availability there?
Well, I just went on just looking earlier to see, like, okay, let's say I was in New Orleans. I want to go to this game. If you go to their site or Ticketmaster, a lot of $15 tickets available. A lot of $16 tickets available. Of course, these are up in the upper levels. You want to get to the lower level, you're going to have to pay $70 to get to the lower level.
Wasn't it? What didn't I hear that at one point? And I apologize if I'm wrong. Didn't I hear at one point the get-in price for the King was like $272
for Kings Warriors?
For Kings Warriors,
I believe that.
Like, what are we? And that's not a shot at the Kings, by the way. That's just I'd love it to be cheaper, but that's just the market. Yeah, I'm looking here right now, and you get tickets available. Oh my God, you could go upper level 305, which is the corner, row 15, $11.
Wow. Well, if the Kings advance, Kings Thunder be less expensive than Kings Warriors? One game
by a good margin.
Yeah,
by a good margin, and part of that.
You think so?
I don't know, by a good margin. I think it'll be less.
Well, Oklahoma City sells their games out. Don't get me wrong there.
No, I mean,
I'm thinking here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, I meant here at Golden. Because I mean, look, it ended up being. I mean, is it the last game of the Warriors? Is it the last game of the Kings? It's the rivalry. It's here now. There's always people from the other team in the building, but there will not be that many people from the Thunder if the Kings advance.
No, because you don't have, you don't have the geography situation. Right. Where you don't have the geography situation where you have two of the most rabid fan bases 90 miles apart for a one-off. That's that's a perfect storm, if you will.
And the best thing about a possible Kings Thunder matchup, no chance anyone from Seattle is going to be having anything to do with it.
Oh, geez,
that's the best thing.
Really right.
It's the best part about it.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Wouldn't it be funny if like one person showed up in like a Kansas City Kings jersey? It was like, hey, what about us?
Protest.
Just so you know, by the way, that's the cheap tickets. I'm looking in section 114. Now there's two 114s. There's 114 in the bowl. And then the way they have things set up at Smoothie King is you have, I think it's 3 or 4 rows of folding chair seats.
Oh, front row of life.
Front row of life. So you have the floor seats, or as they say, Jason, on the wood. Then you have the folding chairs that are directly behind the benches, for example. So you can go row 2, row 3, a pair of tickets, row 3, which would put you 3 rows behind the King's bench. It'd be enough to smell
like a turkey sausage. Range.
Turkey sausage, right? You could smell Keon Ellis's shampoo. Okay, you're that close. Yeah. Now, I ain't sniffing at this amount of money, but $355 each, which is what a lot of concerts go for. Like, that's incredibly accessible for a lot of people. That is those seats at Golden One Center would be well over $1,000. Well over $1,000. So hey, if you're in the New Orleans area and you want to go see the Sacramento Kings play, you can get in the door for $11. You can get on the floor in the lower bowl for $100.
Yeah, you better be in the area because the problem is now trying to get flights. It's
I looked the day before yesterday. The cheapest round trip I found was $910.
Yeah. So when some people were floating around, it'd be cheaper to
Oh man, I'm out of cash.
to go to New Orleans and the ticket would be not the flight.
Yes.
Didn't come
Yes.
out, yeah.
Well, the flight will cost you well more than the ticket. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's look at who's hot. How about who's not?
Okay.
And I believe we need to go streaking. So let's streak it, take them clothes off, and we'll be back after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
2 young fathers are shot to death outside an iconic Utah restaurant.
I said, your dad has been hurt really bad.
The grief was disorienting for those left behind until one choice changed everything.
I just remember writing this letter, and it wasn't me writing it.
Can a personal decision shape generations?
We're all falling for this guy's trick.
I'm Amy Donaldson. Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, is available now. Follow us at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Fasteners Inc., we believe adding quality power tools to your lineup shouldn't break the bank. That's why we're hosting the biggest Milwaukee tool sale of the year in Sacramento. On top of insane deals on Milwaukee power tools, all Milwaukee pack-out storage boxes, hand tools, and tool accessories will be 25% off. So come on down on April 27th to the Milwaukee Tool Sanity Sale at Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet on Power Inn Road in Sacramento. For more info, visit fastenersinc.net.
Slightly Stupid. Live in concert. Saturday, April 27th, 7:30 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. With special guest Fortunate Youth. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Slightly Stupid live.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate, the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort. See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one in your neck of the woods. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Truck Month?
We are very excited to be celebrating 75 years in business by doing what we do best, helping you get the truck you need for less. Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cabs. And with over 500 new Rams available, you won't find a better selection in all of California.
Wow, 75 years. That is amazing.
It all started with my grandpa and great-grandpa's dream, and it's grown over the years to where we've had a chance to serve tens of thousands of customers and show them there's something special about Hoblet you just can't get at those big city auto mall dealerships.
Come experience the difference at California's #1 Ram truck dealer. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
11,000 total net savings after 5,000 factory rebates and 6,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler
Chrysler Capital Bonus Cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital qualify. 500 First Responder Bonus Cash. Must be current member of eligible First Responder Association. More than 5 of the sold net savings. See dealer for details.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Well, just ask it straight out. Who's hot?
Nick Batum.
Nicholas Batum.
Off the bench for the Sixers, he scored 20 points and was 6 of 10 from 3, most of those coming in the second half. The Sixers, a 105-104 win over the Heat.
He had this one putback where he's flying underneath the basket and simultaneously grabbed the rebound while in the air and threw it back up for the score. I'm like, Nick Batum retired.
All right.
What?
He's been around a long time.
What is he, 50? Good for him.
He's on celebrity birthdays today.
Is he really?
No.
Oh, well, I guess we would have found out. Well, good for Nick Batum. And a nice advance for the Sixers, who were, by the way, the Sixer fans. You think people here get sensitive when Kings fans boo? Oh my God, they were booing Tobias Harris off the floor.
Oh my gosh,
he threw up a brickaroni. Oh my gosh, did you? Who's calling me here? Did you? This is a real freaking thing that happened, Jason. This might be. I'm not. I don't think I'm overstating it here. This is one of the most ridiculous. One of the most ridiculous headlines I've ever seen.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I saw it from you. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it is. Here we go. Our content part. And by the way, this isn't a knock on our friends at KCRA at all. You got to report this. It's just the story itself is absurd. Warriors Klay Thompson accused of vandalism spree by confused artificial intelligence. What? Well, according to the new AI generating features on Twitter, Klay Thompson's performance against the Kings was actually critical. The AI-driven side of Twitter's timeline showed fans a stark headline, quote, Klay Thompson accused in bizarre brick vandalism spree. Quote, in a bizarre turn of events, NBA star Klay Thompson has been accused of vandalizing multiple houses with bricks in Sacramento. Authorities are investigating the claims after several individuals reported their houses being damaged with windows shattered. Klay Thompson has not yet issued a statement regarding the accusations. The incidents have left the community shaken, but no injuries were reported, and the motive behind the alleged vandalism remains unclear. Now, there is a meme type of post on Twitter when somebody has a bad night, and here's basically how it works. Somebody tweets out, first off, I'm okay. My house was vandalized by bricks. After my hands stopped shaking, I managed to call the sheriff. They were quick to respond. My window was gone, and the police asked if I knew who did it. I said, yes, it was Klay Thompson. The joke, of course, for the 4 of you left that don't get it, is that Klay Thompson was 0 of 10. He threw up so many bad shots, or what are called bricks, that people use that as a joke. So many people tweeted that joke.
It was a very popular comment, huh? That popular to become a headline.
That AI
caught it.
Klay Thompson
literally
was vandalizing houses with bricks. It's left the community shaken, but no injuries reported.
But pleased, which is weird.
Now,
you know, the AI actually came out and apologized for that.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Awkward.
What was that again, Chris?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh man! Hello, Summer Cash. That's still terrible. What did the AI say? Word?
Awkward.
Okay.
Awkward.
Now, real quick before we move on, in defense of KCRA, that they aggregated that story. The story actually originated in SF Gate by some Dinglehoffer named Alex Simon. Why do I call him a Dinglehoffer? Well, that's 2 pieces of garbage in a row he's put out. This is the same jabroni.
Is it Matt George?
No, it's
it's a different one.
This is the one where this guy put out an article the day of the game, and the headline was Warriors fans have new embarrassing Kings gimmick to laugh at.
Oh yeah.
And the story was all about the defensive player of the game thing and how stupid it is. He conveniently left out that the Warriors actually stole the whole we believe narrative from us back in the mid 2000s. They tried their own beam, but it looked like somebody was peeing on Chase Center because it was yellow.
Wait, what was the name of that reporter?
Alex Simon.
Okay, this is a different one. Remember when Matt was joking around and they say Sacramento reporter wants to terrorize San Francisco community?
The bridge, right? Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was also SF Gate.
I forgot all about that. Golly.
So they doubled down?
That is well played that they doubled down. What a wiener schnitzel. That guy gets paid. Alex Simon. Alex Simon, you're not hot. Who else is not hot, Chris?
Oh, I better finish that up. The NBA 10 seeds. The 10 seed have yet to make it to the playoffs since the creation of the play-in tournament. The 10 seed has yet to make it, and they are 2-8 in those games all time.
Woof.
Wow. Wait. Oh, we're the 9 seed.
Yeah. The Warriors are the highest 10 seed ever. Best record for the 10 seed.
Wow. Alleged drug use amongst the Warriors.
Yes. What do you say about that, AI?
They're the just got a high pressure job at REI. It's so intense. Somebody said.
Somebody said?
So intense. But it sounds like so intense. But he's so intense. Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
So intense.
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB?
Good. We streaked.
We stroke.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we return, the Pelicans without Zion. Okay, no Zion Friday.
Okay, what's next?
How have they done? We'll go back to the 90s for that one. Nope, they didn't exist. And also coming up a little bit later, unless we have time to sneak it in here, could the Kings' secret weapon be hockey?
Huh?
What is that?
What?
That's a tease. We'll get to that next.
It took 4 quarters of locked-in effort, intensity, and focus to knock out the Golden State Warriors.
Darn Shakes trying to create a step back, and he scores it. Boy, you talk about earning a bucket. Steve Kerr will take time out.
Now the Kings head to Louisiana to see if they can take another win-or-go-home game. Kings and Pelicans, Friday at 6:30, right here on your home for the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton & Price in your corner. When you call Ashton & Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real-life person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
When I want to stretch out after a long day, my sofa needs to be comfortable, but it also needs to look attractive and inviting when guests come to visit. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. We spend so much time on our living room sofas that we forget they're a focal point and a hint to our decorating tastes. Right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings sofa sale, you can save on every sofa, including gallery-exclusive custom-ordered FlexSteel furniture. Whether you're interested in a new sofa, sectional, or recliner, you can choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics. Nobody has more styles and choices than Naturewood Home Furnishings. And when it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop Naturewood for the look you love at a price you'll love even more. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable sofa sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Hi, everyone. It's Emron Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
from the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
No look, Bibby to Weber, down the lane, flying jam. There's your play of the night right there. It's inside is Sabonis, a two-hand rip, a brilliant pass from De'Aaron Fox.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Telling Jason, I think I'm actually more excited about visiting New Orleans for the weekend than I am the game. Not that, and let me clarify, because I'm also scared and nervous about the game.
Yeah. So then that makes you want to eat.
Yes, and I can think of nothing better than to celebrate a wonderful Kings victory and finally getting over the hump, and then having a day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have all day Saturday. We're coming back Sunday. Excuse me.
You're already getting excited.
I'm already getting heartburn. Heartburn.
No.
Or if I have to be anywhere for the heartbreak and devastation, if things should go the other way.
It's one of your favorite cities.
It is other than obviously my hometown.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite city in America. I love New Orleans. I love
which is interesting. It's not everybody's favorite.
Mm-mm.
I really enjoy it, but there's family connections and different things. But yeah,
there's a lot of people that it's dirty and sticky and lame.
Oh, there's parts of that for sure.
Yes,
that's factual.
And I guess the other weird thing is I don't drink.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you.
I'm not. I'll go to Bourbon Street.
This trip is being ruined on you guys.
Different experience.
We will. I like to people watch.
Oh, it's a great people watching town.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You go around the corner and here's 3 12-year-old kids with drumsticks and a detergent bucket upside down playing these amazing drum bits. Then you go around another corner. Oh, here's a couple guys with a trumpet and a clarinet. Yeah.
Over here, they're doing voodoo and reading your palm.
Right. Yeah. Oh, here's Jackson Square. They're putting on performances all day.
Everything. Yeah.
Hey, that had nothing to do with Jackson. Jackson did it. I
No.
never put that together, but because of the roots, I didn't know. And then obviously,
but we've taken many pictures of Jackson in
Jackson Square, named after Jackson, your son.
Yes,
absolutely, absolutely. I don't know why they have the guy on the horse there. That
What's
makes
he ever done?
No sense. Jackson loves horses.
Yes,
so there's a tie in there. Yeah. But the beignets, the tour. These are tourist stuff. But for me, gumbo, jambalaya, beignets, pralines, all that stuff, amazing.
Incredible.
I like you ever in class, the people, you guys know what gleeking is?
Yes.
Okay. It's when you can do the thing with your tongue and a little stream of spit flies out. People would gleek out
what?
Never heard of this?
Never heard of that?
Okay. So
was this an 80s, 90s thing?
There are people in this world Jason's trying to do it.
I can't do it.
I can do it if I have something tart in my mouth or if I'm thinking of food like a dog, which is where I was going. But just to educate young Chris over here. Yeah, to gleek or a gleeker.
What a weird thing.
It really is. And there are people that were in school with us that were pro gleekers.
Yes.
And
long shots.
You basically pump your tongue down in your mouth in this weird way. Jason's still trying to do it. And from one of your salival glands, a squirt of saliva would come out in a little stream. So
it's like a spitting cobra.
It really is kind of like a spitting cobra. It's not like somebody normally spitting it's not like that. It's just a little squirt.
Yeah.
And so some dude go around gleeking on people.
Why it was called gleeking, but as soon as you said, I haven't thought of gleeking in
guarantee you there's a bunch of people in here that know what gleeking is.
Gross.
100%.
Yeah. But it's right. You got me.
My point was I've been borderline, I can feel myself being able to gleek because my mouth is so...
You're gleekful.
I am. You remember that show with the singers, Gleek, on 40? I can't... the muffaletta sandwich is the greatest sandwich in the history of time. If you don't agree, argue with a wall. I don't care. It is the best.
Wall.
And you can, and I've never had a good one outside of New Orleans.
I've not seen that. I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are too.
But they're there.
It's the bread that you can't duplicate out here. I brought back a jar of the top. They have an olive tapenade they put on. God knows how many cold cuts. I think
stacks of them.
It really is, because the muffaletta sandwich.
It's a meal, like 2 meals.
It's like when you go to if you go to New York and you get the pastrami, like you look at it and you're like $24 for a sandwich.
Too much.
Yeah, it feeds 4.
Yeah,
literally feeds, like you can feed
Some
4.
people pay rent to live in it.
For real, you're not eating a muffaletta sandwich by yourself.
Right.
That being said, screw New Orleans.
Yeah, go Kings.
Because the Pelicans and Kings play. Remember, that's a 6:30 start right here in the Sporty 1140. Without Zion Williamson, which they will not have on Friday. So far this year, Jason, you had the staff do this research.
Yes.
They are 7-5 this season without him.
Yeah, but who have they defeated?
Well, let's take a look. A lot of really good teams, like the Pistons by 4.
Okay.
The Wizards by 20.
Well, they're not good.
The Blazers by 9.
They're not good.
The Rockets by 11.
Okay.
Didn't make the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
The Mavericks by 10.
They're pretty good.
The Cavs by 19.
They're also pretty good.
And the Kings by 33.
You said 33. Was it 3?
The Kings by Larry Bird.
33.
Wasn't he 33?
Yeah, led by 50.
Now they lost.
Okay.
7-5. They lost to the Spurs by 2. Timberwolves by 1.
Okay.
Timberwolves by 21. The Jazz by 5, which, again, can I just reiterate something? I don't even think they have Jazz in Utah.
No, they're not allowed.
Can they?
They're not allowed.
Right. It's illegal. Yeah. Like, I don't know if they have Pelicans in Utah, but
can we name swap?
How are they not the New Orleans Jazz? How did that not happen?
What would you name Utah?
The Salts.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come your Salts.
Wait, what if you named them the Utah Slicks? Because SLC, Salt Lake City, Slicks. Like, hey, I'm a slick. And yeah, like the Slamson's like a big old oil's like, hi, I'm Slicky the Slick. He's like an oil slick.
Snow.
Utah Snows. Informer. No, different snow.
Well, mountains.
Well, I mean, God, they're known for, honestly, they should be the Lakers more than Lakers.
Yeah.
This Salt Lake.
No, you need multiple lakes.
Well, the Utah Laker. Anyways, lost to Jazz by 5 and the Thunder by 24.
Okay. So it can be done.
It can be done. Now, let's talk about Dew.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about morning or dog.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking DUE.
So who's due?
Who is due? Because the Pelicans have lost 6 straight home games.
Right now?
It is a current. They have gone streaking, and they are up to 6.
That's the wrong time.
It's the wrong time. Well, maybe part of the problem is 4 people go to their games.
Yeah, can they make it 7?
Can they make it 7? I'd be a fan of that. But why am I yelling like this? But they have also beaten the Kings 5 straight.
Yeah.
One of those streaks is going down Friday.
So the losing streak is what? Boston, Phoenix, Orlando, San Antonio.
2
to the Lakers.
New York City. Yeah, 2 to the Lakers. One of them's... Guys, please stop coming up with Utah names.
Oh, we've got some good entries.
I want to, yet am just not really comfortable reading
it. Rhymes.
It does.
With Utah.
I'll just give Peg Junk. That's the
Peg Junk.
That's the handle. I'll just say you made me laugh. Let me did. I got to remember our jobs here. So yeah. Anyways, this is what happens to the radio show when I at least am just really...
You're dreaming of New Orleans.
I am, and I'm really nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to get, like, I'm still buoyed by the Kings win over the Warriors.
Just keep remembering that.
That
feeling of complete domination of Golden State.
but also like, oh God, couldn't have beat the Lakers.
So what team, realistically, I'm not saying, hey, the Kings are, well, no, I could open this question. They have to go somewhere to play Friday on the road. I'm not asking you for a location preference, a team preference.
You're saying
you'd feel less nervous.
Lakers.
Less?
That
much less?
I'd be I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely
because
be nervous.
The joke could be, oh, Detroit. Well,
right.
I mean,
but
yes, I'd rather them play them.
I would rather play the team we're 4-0 against than the team we're 0-5
I know
against.
that's
now because I'm just trying.
But I'd have nerves. I would too. They match up better. But
all right, Jason. As we break, I'll tell you what. Current playoff or play-in teams in the Western Conference that I would feel less nervous than playing the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay. This is a one-off on the road.
Right.
The Thunder.
Okay.
The Timberwolves.
Okay.
The Clippers.
All right, so you skipped Denver. Got it.
I did skip Denver. The Suns.
You skipped the Mavs.
I did.
Okay.
No, you know what? I'd feel less nervous playing the Mavs on the road. I'm not saying we'd win.
Okay.
The Lakers. I think Denver, and again, maybe Dallas. But here's the funny thing. I would rather, honestly, I'm not joking here. I would actually rather go play the Lakers at Staples, Crypto, whatever the hell, in a one-off than go to Houston and play the Rockets.
Okay. Would you rather have to go to New Orleans on Friday and play the Pelicans, who you haven't defeated, or have to go back and play the Warriors on Friday in San Francisco after what you just did to them?
That is the exact two. You've got two opposite questions going on. You just destroyed the Warriors. Right. How are they going to turn around and beat you a couple nights later versus this team has destroyed you 5 straight times in a record point differential? How are you possibly going to find a way to beat them?
Yeah.
I think considering the injury situation, probably I'd be less nervous about the Pelicans in that situation. Okay. I don't like this game. We'll take a break. It's stressing me out. When we come back, don't go away. This is like a 30-second break. I'm just going to tell you about a friend of mine here. But could the Kings' secret weapon to get into the playoffs be hockey? What the hell am I talking about?
You'll explain.
Will I explain?
Maybe.
All right, I'll explain after. I don't have the energy.
You need some energy.
I do. I'm going to go to my friends at American Energy Heating and Air, who right now, they want you. They've got an electric offer for you. See what I did there? They have an electric offer for you because they want you to switch to electric. Hey, you know what? PG&E, that's what I say. That's what I say. That's what a lot of people say. Get them out of your life. Break up with PG&E. Switch to electric and save big with American Energy. And get ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. Now, American Energy is providing these huge rebates from SMUD up to $9,000, $9,000. And they'll do all the paperwork. They'll do it all for you. You ever try to get a rebate on like a coffee maker or something, and you have to like include the barcode and write down your kids' names, send it. You have to go to the one FedEx place, but not near 15 miles of your house, and get it notarized to get that $10 back. Well, this is up to $9,000, and they will do all of the paperwork for you. They've done it before. They know what to do. And there's spring specials as well that you can take advantage of by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. I've told you about them for years. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. 30-second break. We're right back. Sactown Sports.
The New Orleans Pelicans have absolutely owned the Sacramento Kings this season. Sacramento seeking its first win against New Orleans and needs it or their season comes to an end. A loss and it's over. A win and they are the 8th seed and headed to OKC.
The rebound grabbed by Sabonis, hammers it back off the bounce. Another offensive rebound and another 2 points. The Kings have their biggest lead of the ballgame.
Get all the exciting play-by-play action starting at 6:30 Friday night on Sactown Sports. Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Sixers might be
they might give it an assist.
Yeah.
And the Flyers.
That's the Philadelphia Flyers. The Broad Street Bullies, some call them.
Yes.
Where's that? Boston. No, that's Philly, right? I don't know. I don't know either. Because of a stadium conflict between the Sixers and Flyers, the Kings were actually supposed to play Wednesday night. But instead, Jason, they got moved to Tuesday.
Yes.
And now they get an extra day of rest.
Yeah.
To get ready for the Pelicans.
So, I mean, the way it would have worked, right, is we would have had wait an extra day. We also would have already known a full day in advance that, oh, man, winner gets New Orleans, which the Warriors weren't happy about either.
They were not.
So, instead, it was the same night. And I don't even think they officially knew before tip-off. It was just game on and go play. But it would have been last night. Now today's travel day. Instead, it was, you win, celebrate, get some time, prep, figure out, find out officially that Zion's out. And I don't know. I don't know if it's truly an advantage, but I think it helps a little bit to know and having an extra day to get ready for New Orleans.
Also sets up not a weird situation, but imagine, so you're the Kings right now. I imagine this is how it would go. I can't see how it wouldn't. They're packing for to be gone for almost a week.
Correct.
Because
they optimistically want to be coming home Wednesday night after game 2.
Right. And that way if they beat the Pelicans, they'll go straight from there to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half flight. And they'll stay there for their game 1 would be, I believe, Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Game 2 Tuesday, I think?
Wednesday.
Oof.
Yeah.
And then probably fly back after Wednesday night. So,
right.
So they'll be gone. They're leaving today, Thursday. So they're hoping that they're gone a week.
First round is stretched out. Game 3, if the Kings make it back here, their first game back home wouldn't be until Saturday. A week from Saturday.
Remember earlier when we were talking about sports betting and somebody who knows things texted me some of the counterpoints. So I always try to throw this out there just in case. Hey, if there's somebody out there that knows things, as my cell number, really would love to know an update on Malik Monk. I just want to know. I know they said they'd evaluate him in 4 weeks, which is what, next week you said?
Yes.
But here's my simple question. Is there a chance Malik Monk could play against Oklahoma City? Mm-hmm. Is there, and if so, is that if it goes 7, could he be ready to go at the beginning? But I think it'd be fun to know. And although that being said, if I'm being honest, you know what? Screw that. Don't tell me. Here's why. What advantage is there? Now the Kings would officially have to designate him.
Right.
But here's the question I actually have. Now, you just have to, the guy's got to appear on the injury report. Couldn't they just put him on the injury report as questionable every day?
Sure. We could, in theory.
And,
I know what was it? The Lakers had listed LeBron and AD as questionable for that game 82. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right.
They're playing.
Of course they're playing.
And they played.
And with Malik's case, obviously, if he's getting close, well, then you just alerted everybody because it'd be a big deal if Malik Monk's on the injury report is questionable. That always happens when somebody's been out and they show up.
But if you kept doing it and he didn't play,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. I mean, there's really no advantage into talking about it because then you let the other team, obviously, their schemes change a little bit if Malik Monk's not playing. Yeah. So screw it. Don't tell anyone. Just have him. You know what? Here's my vote. Kings win against the Pelicans. They go to Oklahoma City. He's not ready for game 1 and 2. And he's not even on the bench for game 3. But you list him as questionable for all the games.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, let's say
out of the tunnel.
8 minutes into the first. And then all of a sudden, Malik comes out just.
Was that his signal?
Yeah. It's like Rocky, but for Monk. And then he goes to center court and just rips off his warm-ups, and the crowd goes insane. Oh, I forgot a question I was going to ask you on Wednesday after the game. There was a point during the Warriors-Kings game where Keegan hit a three, and everyone was like, and then I think it was the next play, Keegan was under the basket on offense, and he was like pump faking a couple times, went up, got fouled, and went to the line. And I turned to one of the people I was with, and I was like, what would the noise level be in this place if the following happened? Keegan under the basket, Draymond and Looney or whoever are jumping, trying to block his shot. Keegan goes up, gets fouled, but dunks it, holds on with both hands, and then gets off and does a huge flex and yell to the crowd. Like just, like he's like a lot, like Sabonis would do every time. That I think that arguably would be the biggest pop that building has seen since Bogdanovic's game-winning three.
It'd be stunning. Because it's just out of character.
People would be passing out in the seats, like if they just saw the Beatles. Like, I don't know what.
That's weird.
I don't know what. I know. I don't know what. All right. They're so excited, blood pressure, instant drop.
Yeah.
If Keegan ever did that at home, oh my God.
Yeah.
And just showed up, like pulled his jersey to the side. You see this like big cobweb tat on his right pec or something that nobody knew he had. I had this dream that like every part of Keegan Murray that isn't covered by the jersey is just all ink.
Yeah.
It's just all tatted out. It's like the opposite of,
of what you think.
He just basically has like a tat bikini.
He has a tat of his brother.
Yeah. You think, by the way, any chance you think they switched in the Blazers game?
I don't know.
So
I just think that's the one thing that kind of triggers him, because someone said something. I think he smiled or some little back and forth he had with his brother in the Portland game. He's like, yeah, he's just annoying.
Being annoying.
I'm like, it's the one thing that kind of he's annoying.
I just honestly wish. I feel like his brother would. I don't think Keegan would, but I wish they were mischievous enough to where I think it would just for warm-ups. Just for warm-ups, dude. Switch. Just come out in each other's warm-ups. And just warm up with the other team, and see if anyone caught it.
Well, next time we talk to Fox, I had that thought too on that night or that day, because I think Chris was the captain, or the Blazers really had nobody,
right?
And Fox was out there, and whatever the little small talk they do with the refs and the basketball or whatever,
yeah.
And Fox was looking at him. I in my mind, I was wondering what was in his mind. Like, gosh, you really do look like him. Like,
yeah.
But I wondered what Fox thought.
I honestly think that would be an interesting. We should. This is where I wish I was at the game. It'd be an interesting question to ask each player individually. Yeah. Do you think if Chris and Keegan switched warm-ups and came out, you've been around Keegan long enough, and I'd be really interested in Fox's answer.
Yeah. Do
you think you'd be able to pick it off at some point that it was Chris Murray? And if so, how long would it take you to? Because I feel like there's. I feel like if you know them and you're around them every day, I feel like you could tell them apart.
Yes.
Because I look at Chris sometimes, I'm like, you're pretty much Keegan, but also it's like bizarro Keegan.
Mm-hmm.
So, I see one of them to grow a mustache goatee.
Yeah.
Just go for it. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch tonight and much more as we clean up the show. And your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140 next.
It was a beam unlike any beam we've seen.
The Warriors 3, no good. Rebounded by Kessler Edwards, and that will do it. You hear the thunderous light the beam chant in the background.
It was a win to remember.
If the horn sounds and the Sacramento Kings have won.
The season still has more life left in it, and the Kings are off to New Orleans for another win or go home game. It's the Kings and the Pelicans. Friday night at 6:30, right here on your home for Sacramento Kings basketball. Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect to have mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see a few clouds with temperatures warming up nicely into the lower 80s, much like we saw yesterday, and winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in Car and Driver Award history. Come drive it. We are Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Have you made a mistake in your past that you want removed from your record? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we know that good people make mistakes. Restore your rights. Clear your record. Call us at 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187 or at saclegaldefense.com. Do you have a pending criminal case or injured in an accident? At the Gonzalez Law Office, we handle all criminal and injury cases. We don't settle for less, and neither should you. Call the Gonzalez Law Office at 916-304-9187 or visit us at saclegaldefense.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey, UC Davis fans, Aggie football season tickets are available now. Whether you're coming out to see the dynamic, fast-paced offense under new head coach Tim Plow and All-American running back Land Larison, or bringing the kids out to roll down the grass hills and run on the field at halftime's more your speed, UC Davis Football Games has something for everyone. Secure your 6 Saturday games now with a season ticket package by calling the ticket office at 530-752-2471 or go online at ucdavisaggies.com/tickets. Go Ags!
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort. See what we can do for you with a free fitting. Just stop in or schedule an appointment. With over 200 stores, there's likely one near you. Find yours at goodfeet.com.
Everybody needs Good Feet. Welcome to the April Adventure sales event at Kia of Vacaville. Are you ready for an extraordinary experience? We're excited to introduce you to the pinnacle of automotive excellence, the Kia Telluride. During April Adventure, come and explore the remarkable features of the Kia Telluride. It's not just a vehicle, it's a lifestyle with a seamless blend of sophistication and practicality. The Telluride is ready to elevate your driving experience to new heights. Whether you're embarking on a family road trip or navigating the urban jungle, the Kia Telluride offers unparalleled comfort and innovation. Plus, with Kia's commitment to safety and reliability, you can drive with confidence wherever the road takes you. Don't miss this opportunity to experience the extraordinary Kia Telluride for yourself. Visit Kia of Vacaville today and take advantage of exclusive offers during the April Adventure sales event. Your adventure begins here. Kia of Vacaville, where innovation meets excellence. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia of Vacaville for more details.
Skeeter here, Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. Hey, it's my favorite week of the year, Mosquito Awareness Week. Yep, the spring and warm weather means the little suckers are starting to breed and bite. Gotcha. So it's time to fight the bite. Once a week, drain standing water from flower pots, bird baths, dog dishes, and at dawn and dusk, start using insect repellent outside and wear long clothes, because these skeeters are out for blood.
The Sacramento Yola Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite. For more information, go to fightthebite.net.
Bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
Chris says we have to go quick.
Yeah. Gross.
Title of welcome back. Well, here we go. Fine. You want us to go quick? Great. What to watch? Diamondbacks and Giants tonight.
That's it. Get yourself ready.
We'll take a break. Not really a lot to watch tonight, is there? That's lame.
We could listen to JR, though.
JR? Oh, JR. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Good morning, JR.
What's up, you pathetic Pelicans? Hey, is the Pelican mascot the worst mascot in the league or what?
Remember when they have the scary one?
Remember the scary one, J-Ross?
Yes.
Yeah, he was scary.
The Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers paperclip is dumb.
Yeah, pretty dumb there. But the Pelican, come on.
I mean, I'll say this: Rocky Denver, the Nuggets mascot, once passed out on the way down from the ceiling. That was pretty interesting. So.
That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, that's well done. And of course, Lampson's the greatest of all.
Yes,
but pretty pathetic. Two things with our boy Keegan. First of all, when they were playing Sunday, we were there, and I just crack up. A brother on brother, twin brother, guarding each other. I that level of sports is like phenomenal. I'd be like a receiver in DB, or maybe a forward and a back in soccer or hockey. Just the thought of sitting there and watching those two stare each other down, like, okay, bro, let's go. At the professional level, blows me away.
Yeah. Do you think they recognize him, though?
Oh, I don't know. NBAs aren't the smartest guys, so I don't know. But real quick, this is something I just found out from Scott Moe. This is for you, Jay. I don't know why more people don't do this. When you go to any place in Sacramento and you have to order something that they call your name out, Starbucks, Panera, whatever, you always say Keegan. And then when they call you out, you look at them and you go, Murray. And you look around and you say, hey. And you see who smiles that gives you the thumbs up. Because everyone loves you, except for your wife when you do it for like the 10th time. But other than that, everyone in Sacramento loves you when you do it. We're bringing home the win on Friday. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to do that in New Orleans.
Exactly.
I'm going to get my morning Big Nay and chicory coffee and be like, Keegan Murray.
I've got a question, guys.
Yeah.
If the Kings win on Friday, and I'm saying if I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it were to happen, do you guys just travel with the Kings for the rest of the postseason?
To keep it going?
Yeah.
That's more of a you thing, because I think I am.
Yeah, I think Jason is. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? After the show, I'm going to go talk to our general manager and see if he can budget that in. I'm sure he'll say yes.
I think you know people in high places.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can budget that in after some other things get budgeted.
It's one or the other, Chris.
Yeah, you think what? You think? I think me traveling.
I think you can watch it at home now.
I think me traveling with the team is a far higher priority. Rocky the Mountain Lion, Clutch the Rocket Bear in Houston.
Rocket Bear.
There's Stuff the Magic Dragon.
Rocket Bear. There is Stuff the Magic Dragon. I'm gonna have Rocket Bear in my head all stinking day now. Stuff the Magic Dragon, Pierre who is that, by the way? That's the Magic Dirt. Pierre the Pelican, Hugo the Hornet, Bernie the Heat. I guess Bernie is just who the hell is Franklin the Dog?
Oh, that's
the
Philly.
Sixers.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Philly, I was watching that game last night, and after the game, they have their own theme song. It's back from the 70s. Here's a deep dive. There was a guy that used to do odd jobs for the old owner of the Sixers back in the 70s. And set up promotions and do like Simone does a lot of stuff around here. She does everything she's asked. And This guy was like the Simone of the Sixers in the 70s. So
the Sixers.
Yes, the Sixers. So the owner finds out that he has a like a little garage band he plays and says, "Hey, come up with I'd like to play like a little theme song." And so he liked it, and then it caught on, and then when they sold the team, it went away. And then there was a sports host like us back in, I think, the early to mid 2000s that unearthed the song again, and now they play it after every single game, after every single win, I should say. And it's called, I think it's called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sixers. And why is it not playing? This is up. I'm not muted. Okay. All right, this is Sixers win song.
Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers.
That's where it gets good.
Here they come, Philadelphia, on the run. Stand up and cheer. Number 1, Philadelphia. Here they come, team of the year.
I think it's a hell of a catchy song.
You're saying that was made in the 70s? Because it's hard to tell.
So but I also thought that I had heard it before. And at first I thought, well, wait a minute. Am I thinking of G Love and Special Sauce, which back in 94 did a song called I-76, which had something about the Sixers. And,
who is that?
G Love and Special Sauce.
Okay.
You know the song Rodeo Clowns by Jack Johnson? Maybe not. No.
Of course.
Originally, that's the original writer of the song. G Love's, you guys don't. Okay. Listen to some G Love and Special Sauce. Anyways. I thought it was Glove. But then Glove and Special Sauce, that's a whole different thing. Then I thought, well, wait a minute. This does sound a little familiar. Not exact, but something that I had heard before. Did I mute this? Why am I mute? Or did you mute me, Chris? No, you didn't.
It's up in here.
Hello. Up in here.
Up in here. Let me try this again. Yeah, this whole segment's going to garbage here. Toilets. Because I think we should.
Look, I found the place your life is going, in the garbage.
Hey, when I say did you mute me, Chris, I meant did I mute myself? And the answer is yes. Anyways, I think we should have our. It's a band called
definitely a no for me, dog.
You know what? You shut up, Randy. It's a band called Middle of the Road. This came out in 72. They might all be dead, but if they're not,
bring them in.
What are they doing?
Singing.
They're either worm food or they're available.
That's the song you want after Kings wins.
Chris, there's not a lot of Sacramento songs out there, okay? I'm trying here. There's just not a lot. You can't see all of Golden One Center going, sing, sing, ding, sing, sing. And then everybody kind of sings it, but then when they get to the Sacramento part, they all extra sing it. It's going to be amazing. Whatever, you guys. So the DeMontis Sabonis chant wouldn't work. When we come back, crosstalk with Styles and Watkins. There's a lot to pack in, Jason, to today's crosstalk with Styles and Watkins.
You need a little extra time? A little extra something?
I would say we're going to need, it's going to be a very thick crosstalk between all of us. Yeah, it's good. But it's going to be a non-surgical thick. And Alan thick. Robin thick. Yeah, Alan Styles coming in. He's thick with muscle. Alan's a girthy dude. All that gym work. That's a compliment. But not everybody can be girthy like that. And all the surveys say that circumference is a big time thing when it comes to insecurity in the bedroom. Be secure. Flip the script with your partner. Well, how can I do that, Dave? Well, I'll tell you. My good friend Dr. Jack Friedlander in Roseville and Dr. Pash in San Francisco at upsizematters.com. Let me lay it out for you. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free. It's safe. It's effective. It's long-lasting. It's semi-permanent. And these are doctors, okay? Medical doctors performing this procedure. Doctors. Now, here's how it works. You make the discreet phone call. You go in for your very private and discreet consultation. I get it. Not everyone wants to be like, I'm going to the girth store. No, that's your business. You go in, and you can have you go, yeah, oh my God, is that easy? Okay, cool. Have the procedure done the same day as your consultation. That's it. Upsizematters.com. Dr. Jack, Dr. Pash, they'll take care of you. You'll walk out of there and be just a whole new world and singing The Hills Are Alive with the sound of girth for you. Upsizematters.com. Upsizematters.com. Hey, get your girth on. Crosstalk. Styles Watkins next.
The Sacramento Kings did it. They eliminated the Warriors and kept their season alive.
They swing it to Keegan, going for another one. He hits it from the line drive on the right wing. That's the 8th three-pointer that Keegan Murray has made in 13 attempts. He has 32 points.
Now, they need to do it again on Friday in New Orleans. Kings and Pelicans. Friday at 6:30 on your home of the Kings, Sactown Sports.
With a variety of weekly promotions, there's something for everyone to enjoy at a Sacramento Rivercats game. Don't miss a Toyota Family Value Tuesday featuring $2 hot dogs and $2 ice cream, or Thirsty Thursday featuring ice-cold beer. Join us on Smut Orange Fridays for happy hour and live music. And don't forget to stick around post-game every Friday and Saturday night as we light up the sky with post-game fireworks. Find all promotional details at rivercats.com and make your plans to head out to Sutter Health Park this season.
Hi, everyone. It's Emran Pilati, host of the True Sports Card Show here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday at 10 a.m. Would you like a chance to meet Ricky Henderson, Dennis Rodman, Johnny Manziel, Randy Johnson, Frank Thomas, Vlad Guerrero Sr., Dave Stewart, and our favorite Malik Monk, and meet over 90 sports card dealers all in one weekend? This is your chance to do it on May 17th through the 19th at the Roseville Fairgrounds at the Sacramento Autograph Expo. You can get all the information about the show on our website at sacautograph.expo.com. That's sacautograph.expo.com.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Country in the Park is back May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo with Brantley Gilbert, Dustin Lynch, Jay Cohen, Walker Hayes, and more. Tickets start at just $46. Country in the Park, May 17th and 18th at Cal Expo. For more information, visit CITPFest.com.
Brought to you by Tug Shed, new Dawn treatment sensors, and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Whether you prefer thrills or serenity, the 2024 Accord from Elk Grove Honda delivers both. With Honda Sensing Standard, the 2024 Accord is once again a winner of the 2024 Car and Driver's 10 Best Cars, making Honda the winningest brand in car and driver award history. Drive a 2024 Accord Hybrid and see for yourself what the fuss is all about. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
2 young fathers are shot to death outside an iconic Utah restaurant.
I said, your dad has been hurt really bad.
The grief was disorienting for those left behind until one choice changed everything.
I just remember writing this letter, and it wasn't me writing it.
Can a personal decision shape generations?
We're all falling for this guy's trick.
I'm Amy Donaldson. Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, is available now. Follow us at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael, Dave, and Jason Ross.
What the hell was that?
That's Bay Area.
Hey, dude, and I mean that you are in better shape and far more fashionable.
I heard it.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I hadn't seen you yet. That is honestly, that is some 90s ass stuff you're wearing. I love that. The color, your shirt. You got that is a 90s color scheme going on.
I was born 1990.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah. I started this.
You started that.
I was born in it.
I feel like you should have, that would go good with some Reebok pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
see, I went Vans today.
Ah, you did.
Because I'm wearing shorts and I can't do the Jordans with shorts. My legs aren't long enough. So I have to go low tops.
There's a procedure for that.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's like $10,000 an inch. I'm talking,
Hello.
Don't cut that.
Too late.
I'm sure he won't.
Say that to Chris and he won't.
Hey, Chris Watkins, right here, buddy.
Whoa.
Okay. It's National High Five Day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has somebody yet put together a supercut of all of Tiger Woods' high fives throughout his career?
How bad they are.
Need that. The worst high fives you will ever see. Ever.
High fives can be awkward.
Have you ever noticed that? Tiger Woods has yet to one time have a good high five.
Because you do the hold after.
The whole thing and all that. And I'm not talking about Tiger's awkwardness at the waist management when he hit the hole in one and he did the one-handed raise the roof.
Oh, yeah.
But he did it he was spasming kind of. Tiger's just not good with the I need a super cut of that.
How often are you high-fiving if it's not sports related or kid related?
Okay, so a question. I'm glad you asked. Does this count? Because I don't high five a lot anymore. Mm-hmm. But does it count when you see someone? We're just gonna have to demonstrate this. I'm sorry. It's gonna be awkward. Can you stand up, please?
Sure.
You and I are friends. We haven't seen each other in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I oh my God, Alan, haven't seen you in a while, and
that's a
dab.
No.
Is that a high five?
Okay, that was low,
bro. Hug.
That's a dab. That's a dab.
Okay, so that's like a cousin, but not in the
that's not a high five.
Not in the branch. Yeah. Okay, well then I don't ever.
That's what I'm saying. You don't really do. You're high fiving kiddos, or you're high fiving in a game.
When was the last time you did the thing, the actual high, where you put your palms out and the dude just slaps them and then
only when I played beach volleyball. Yeah.
Give me 10.
Kings game, because we were sitting in a different area because of the playoffs and all the extra media. We were with the people, and everybody was high-fiving. Mm-hmm. But outside of a sporting event.
Okay, I high-fived a bunch at the game. You're right, but you said other than that. All right. By the way, tickets to get in for the Pelicans Kings as low as $11.
$11. They were $14 yesterday.
Come join us.
Let's do it.
We'll both be there tomorrow.
I kicked the tires. Yeah, I'm going.
900 round trip for
I kicked the tires and they kicked me back.
Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. They'll kick you back with the yum flavor. Crumble Cookies. They're the ones for me. Jason Ross.
Happy birthday today to Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Be careful here. He's also a vert. Be careful here I'm going to say
why are we
63.
Is he going to hit us?
I think older than
Watch out.
Oh.
Be very
I love that
careful.
Conan's back in the news and making rounds. I'm going to say 60.
Yeah, I'll say 62.
57.
We've got a tie, 61.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Happy birthday, Kourtney Kardashian.
Which one is she?
That's the one that
other
was
one.
with Scott.
You're not keeping up?
I'm not keeping up with that.
I got that.
Kourtney Kardashian is 32.
I think she's. Well, Jason's laughing, so I think she's 42.
Wow. 43.
38.
45.
Jeez.
32. Happy birthday to Miguel Cabrera.
Triple Crown winner. Two-time.
Miguel Cabrera is 41.
Miguel Cabrera, I think he played for a while, so I actually am going to say he's 44.
42.
41 sounds good.
Okay. We have a correct
41.
answer.
I think he's older.
41. That's correct. You and Chris.
Yeah, that's right. He's 41, guys. And who did you say it was his birthday today, but it's not? Earlier in the show. You're like, he's coming up with celebrity birthdays.
Forgot.
Okay. Well, we'll take a break. Styles Watkins.
Yeah, we'll
Styles
take
Watkins. Yeah, going to take over?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Kings talk, getting everybody ready. Pelicans, how will they win? And some crazy numbers on CJ McCollum.
Crazy numbers?
They honestly.
Okay. I'm sticking around for that. Then I'm not even getting in my car. I'm going to stay right here and listen to Styles and Watkins, the fastest growing radio show in the history of radio. Thanks to Chris and everybody. Like the beam. Bye-bye now.
Turkey sausage! Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry. You never have